Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Martyn Lucas. I go live up to 10 hours a day, every trading day. And then in the evenings, we have special events on my music. And Friday nights is always music night. And check below this video for my links and my other channel. The idea is to share this journey. This journey is real. It's been going now for 2.5 years, over that now, and we hit the 10,000 subscribers. Now we are looking to build a family of 100,000 subscribers around the world. We have members in 40 countries. And it's been quite a journey. I started with $5,000 a couple of years ago, and this is my full balance now. You can see 37,000 in my main account, 15,000 in my Roth, and 53,000 overall. Now, for the longest time, I was putting $4 a week in. 2 weeks ago, it went up to $20. It's now, as of this morning, this might not be able to be sustainable, but hopefully it will. $50 a week now. So I'm putting $50 a week. So you'll see the portfolio got by $50 a week just by adding cash. So I always want everyone to know exactly what's going on. This is my bank account. This is all the money I have in the world. So you can see how we're growing and how it's real. And we're joined every day by traders, investors from around the world who equally share with you their live trades, their live positions. No one is here to pump and dump a stock. Everyone is here to help each other share the honest information. And we want to be the most honest channel online. That's what we're about. We aim to be the most honest channel online. I've tried to build a what I call a TV studio. If you look behind me, it is a full-scale TV studio. Again, to try to demonstrate that this is the real deal, and you know, everything about it is for you. That's what it's all about. Well, over the weekend, there's been some highlights on my music channel. You may have missed some things. Over the weekend, I brought out a few things. First of all, you may not have seen these on my music channel. I did a tribute to Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson, and this is to all the girls I've loved before. And, of course, the opening of the new musical, Beautiful Noise. So I did Sweet Caroline in the style of Neil Diamond, and Hello Again. Jimmy is not very well from the Proclaimers, so we brought out 500 miles. There's 500 miles. And Tom Jones, can you believe it, has been banned. His music Delilah has been banned from rugby games in the UK. So I've done James Bond Thunderball for Tom Jones. He's banned from rugby. Can you believe it? And then we end up with some very sad news. We end up with the sad news of Billy Miller. Billy Miller was a star of The Young and Restless and daytime television like General Hospital, a very big star in the US. I did a tribute to him. Farewell, Billy Miller. Only 40, mid-40s, and he passed away. Very, very sad news. It looks like it was he was through depression, which is a great shame. So if you've not checked out my music over the weekend, these are the musical highlights. I shall put those in the chat for you, and I shall pin that to the top. So if you want to check out my music channel, subscribe to me and see what's going on there. The music is always to celebrate events and people and emotions. I don't make money out of my music channel other than my Friday night shows, because it's all copyrighted music. So go and have a little listen, see what you think. Welcome everybody on TikTok this morning. We're back on TikTok again now. I wanted to take a break from TikTok for a while, but I'm back there now. Welcome to everybody on TikTok, all my followers, friends there, my subscribers. If you click the little star up here, you'll get exclusive content, and you'll be able to ask me questions. It is subscribers only. That way I can answer all the questions. Okay. That's why I put it on subscriber only. That way I can make sure that I'm answering everyone's questions and supporting you as well. So there you go. All right. This is what it looks like on So there you go. TikTok this morning. All right. This is what it looks. There you go. There's my TikTok this morning. If you're on TikTok and you are a subscriber and you say hi, your name will come up on the screen. You're watching my YouTube broadcast. This is the main show where our serious traders and investors are. If you look, there you are. There's TikTok. This is you right now. And if you subscribe to me, I will invite everyone to follow you on all the mediums that I'm out today. I'm on lots of different platforms, and I invite everyone to join you. All right, now the big thing this week, of course, is we've got the FOMC report. Now, I predict that we're going to have a lull, a quiet week until this happens. This is on Wednesday. If you want to join me for the FOMC report, you could. Oh, I've already got people. Look at that. Already got people ready to go. Let me give you the link to the FOMC report. Very, very important. Here's the FOMC report. Let me drop it into my guests who are watching me on Rumble as well. This is a very, very big day, of course. The FOMC report when Jerome Powell speaks, and we'll hear from Jerome Powell. Okay, very, very important. This is us on Rumble right now. All right, let's go for all our positions, all our stocks. How many have we got with us? We got 29 watching on YouTube at the moment. There you go. Thank you, guys. Smash the like button if you like my content and would like to be shown more, or tap the down like button if you don't, and that's fine too. That means you won't be shown my content, and that's fine. I don't mind that. We get the best engaged audience, so please do something. Don't just do nothing. Vote up or down, or just don't do nothing. All right, let's go for all our positions and let's see where we are this morning. Okay, here we go. I'm beating the market. As you can see again, I am in red. Warren Buffett, which is the S&P 500, his favorite stock, is in blue. As you can see, I'm beating the market at the moment. Again, mostly I beat the market with my portfolio. So anyway, let's have a look right now. Let's have a look. So, Fabinacci Blue, good morning to you. Let's bring in the comments. We've got Niels here. Good morning, Octavio Garcia. Of course, over the last week, we celebrated your grandson's birthday. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. Got a couple of messages been sent to me. What's this here? Just reading a few comments here that have just been sent to me. Let me just update these comments here. Okay. Zed Hink, good morning to you. Good morning, Pedro. Good morning, Pedro. How are you this morning? Fabinacci Blue is here. One of our members also supports me on Twitch. Thank you very much. And very proactive as well on Facebook and Twitter. FOMC, 99% expect a pause, 1% expect a rate hike. Do you like how 99% expect a pause now, when I said when hardly anyone expected a pause? And now they've obviously been watching my channel and realized that, Martyn Lucas is saying a pause. We need to we need to listen to Martyn Lucas. So, yeah, I've been saying a pause. It's gone too long, because at the end of the day, it's not about rate hikes. It's about how long you can sustain the pressure at this point. So if we keep the rates where they are, and they're extremely high for longer, it does just as much correction to the markets as raising it again. I think if we hold where we are, we will get some stability. What we don't want, though, is a skip. A skip is when they go, we don't know what to do, and we'll look at it again next month. We don't want a skip. We want a pause. If we get a pause, it'll pump the market, because it means potentially this is the end. Okay, of rate hikes. Doesn't mean the rates are going to come down. It just means the rates are going to stay where they are. Morning all, Nonny. Please, can you compare your portfolio to BRK? Then we can see you versus Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. That would be a good idea. But I compare it to the S&P, which is the way we do it. I can do it though. Now, remind me how I do this again. How do I do it again? I'm just trying to think now how I do it. I haven't done it for ages, and it's set on the thing. I'm gonna have to look at it and see how I do it. I can't remember how I do it now. How I change it. Because if I show you over here on my Roth IRA, I'm not beating the market, as you can see. Warren Buffett's in blue, but I have to look into that. Do you know, I can't remember how I did it. Anyway, good suggestion. Fibonacci Blue, there he is. Let's see, he supports me on Twitch. And if you keep a tab open on Twitch, every sort of 20 minutes, there's a little commercial and it earns a little tip and supports the channel without it costing you any money. Yes, please do. Very interesting. Yeah, I will try to work out how to do that, Sensei. I'd love to see that as well. Can't you add? Yes, I can add more lines. They think the skip and continue November to rise. Hopefully not. Please do. Let me have a look. How do I do it? How do I do it now? Let me scroll down. How do I do it? I turned it on before. Trying to remember now how I did it. It's not in there. Crypto's having a nice little bounce today, if you noticed. Oh, hang on. No, it won't be. Will it be in settings? Statements. Just trying to find how I did it. It must be. Oh, hang on. Yes, it's right on the cogs. I've got it. So which is the one you wanted? You wanted Berkshire, didn't you? Go to investing and then select chart settings, gear icon, the chart to compare your returns. Select. Thank you. Yeah, I just found it. Thanks, Sensei. What was the one you wanted? BRK. Okay, here we go. Edit. BRK. Just for those of you who don't know what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, here we go. Bum, bum, bum. There you go. Why wouldn't it let me add that one? Oh, up to 3. Up to 3. That's why I've got to take one away. Let me just take gold away for a minute. That's why. BRK. All right. I think we're there now. All right. Berkshire Hathaway. Save. There you go. So now I can have Berkshire Hathaway and the S&P at the same time. There you go. There you go. So what you see now is not so good, right? I'm in the red. The S&P is in light blue, and Berkshire Hathaway is in the darker blue color, which is flat, which is beating me. See that? Look. There you go. That shall we leave that on there as an extra bit of information? Warren Buffett, the S&P, and Warren Buffett, maybe. Would you like me to do that? I wonder if I can change the color of that. It doesn't look like you can change the color. I don't think so anyway. No. All right. Okay. Extra bit of information there. We shall leave it on the screen. All right. So that's a suggestion by Sensei. So let me make a change here to my main account as well on the computer. BRK. That's my phone, of course. BRK. All right. There you go. So now I've changed it here on the main system as well. There you go. There you go. So there you go. There's Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett, if you like. The S&P is favorite stock, and me in red. So now my challenge is to be, because I'm beating the market too easy, right? Now what we've got to do is we've got to beat Warren Buffett. Okay. All right. There you go. Made that adjustment. Let's scroll down. You did it last week. Yeah, I just forgot. Remember now, is the UAW auto strike still going on? That's a good question. I don't know. Hamster, good morning to everyone. Good morning, Hamster. You should do a How to Robinhood series and playlist. You're absolutely right. I will do that. It's under chart settings. I've done it now, Fight Channel. Yeah, nice addition. There you go. BRK is a good addition. There you go. I prefer to invest in bro than spy. Do you mean VU, or what do you mean bro? Do you mean VU? I'm trying to look at the keyboard and think, what did you type? I think you did. I think that means VU. Oh, BRK. You prefer to invest in BRK rather than SPY, do you? Okay. Can you add Kathy Wood's ARK Invest as well? You can only add 3. All right. It's going to look pretty chaotic if I add any more, right? It's going to look pretty chaotic. Anyway, there we go. Let's have a quick sip of tea. Now, it's all about Wednesday, folks. The markets are going to look pretty uneventful, in my opinion, until Wednesday. Expect some volatility between now and then, because people will try and sell off the markets to buy it back again if they expect it to pump. Bound to happen. Anyway, can we look at the 1 week, 1 month? Yes, of course you can. Yes, of course you can. Right, this is my main account. 1 day, 1 week. In fact, if I'm going to extend it, I need to go back to the phone, which is better. Okay, there you go. There is the 1 week. There is 1 month. Now then, what we see now is I am just about, oh no, I'm beating, you can see from that chart now that I am in third place, the S&P. This is over the month now. Berkshire Hathaway is up 3.5%. So you could argue just buy Berkshire Hathaway. There, do you like? Does anyone buy that? Does anyone invest in that, Berkshire Hathaway? Just buy Berkshire Hathaway. Does anyone do that? In fact, let's do a poll. Are you an investor? Are you in BRK? That's Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, that's Warren Buffett. Because looking at that, let's compare it a minute. Now, we understand you can't buy a full share. We know how expensive it is, but you could buy yourself $100, $10, whatever. It's up 3.5% over the month. Let's look at the year. 7.5%. There you go. What about the year to date? Now, the year to date, I'm up 12%. Berkshire Hathaway is up 19%. Look at that. I'm in third place to the S&P and Berkshire Hathaway. So let's have a look. Let's have a look a minute how much Berkshire Hathaway is. Maybe we should just buy a little bit. Maybe we should have $10 in it. I have BRK on my watch list for a long time. Going private. Let's have a look. Yo, Lift Fresh. Good morning, Lift Fresh. How are you this morning? Welcome to you. Sent out a letter. You just sent out a letter saying that they are working out. Just sent a letter out saying they're working out, going private and buying shares at a premium. Lift Fresh. Thank you very much for that information. Welcome to you. Where are you from? We've got members in 40 countries around the world. Where are you from? I have BRK on my watch list. Should we have a little look? Maybe we should put BRK on the list. Let's have a little look. I've never bought Berkshire Hathaway before. Let's have a little look. BRK. Berkshire Hathaway. Now, there's Berkshire Hathaway B or Berkshire Hathaway A. Let's have a look at A. It's $555,000 a share. I think I'll have two, please. That would be great. Right, look at the 1 year. 33% this year. Maximum. 963%. Okay. Berkshire Hathaway. Let's look at it on B. $368. Okay, 1,000%. So let's have a quick research and let's have a quick look. Let's find out what the difference is. Okay. We're going to find out. BRK.A and B. Okay, let's have a little read. I'm just going to read this a second. Bear with me. Berkshire, I'll put it on the screen for you so we can have a quick look. What's the difference? If we're going to buy this, what is the difference? Berkshire Hathaway Class A versus Class B. What's the difference? Berkshire Hathaway Class B, two types of shares that each provide access to Warren Buffett's conglomerate, but with differences. Berkshire Hathaway Class A versus Class B, an overview. Investors interested in buying into Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway have two options, Class A and Class B. The two types of shares each provide access to the famous conglomerate, but they have important differences. The main difference between the two types of shares is their price. But that doesn't make a difference. That doesn't mean, hey, I'll buy the cheapest one, I make more money. They're going to be exactly the same, I would imagine. It's like buying VU and SPY. But anyway, we'll carry on looking for a minute. On July 17, 2023, the Class A shares close at 523. Compare that to a more affordable Class B shares, which close at 344, 523,000, by the way. So it seems like you buy the cheaper one, right? But I would imagine it makes no difference. They're probably tied together. Anyway, the key takeaways. Berkshire Hathaway Class A is the company's own original stock offering, known for its stratospheric price per share. Berkshire Hathaway Class B shares, first issued in 1996, are more modestly priced and have correspondingly modest share of equity value in the company. There can be minor differences between the two in the market performance, but the key difference is that Class B is affordable to small investors. This only really benefits you if you are an options trader and you want to buy a contract. This is just like VU or VU or SPY. All right, they're going to be based upon the same thing. It's just a different price. It was set at a different time. There's probably less shares available, but obviously the cheaper one has been created, so small investors like us can buy in and buy part shares or whole shares or feel that they can do contract if they buy 100. Even 100 is going to set you back 30 grand though. So let's just understand that. Berkshire Hathaway was content with its highly valued single class of stock, but the stock market demanded a lower price. More common stock nibble at the Berkshire pie. given that the shares were trading for around 30,000 at the time. Again, doesn't matter. You can buy part shares, right? Fractional shares. So it doesn't really matter, does it? So in 1996, Chief Executive Officer, CEO Warren Buffett and the board responded by issuing 517,500 shares of Class B shares. This allowed anyone interested to invest in the company for 1/30th of the price and equity of a Class A share of stock. A 50-to-1 stock split, there you go, sent the ratio to 1 in 1500th, which means each share of Class A common stock was a convertible at a time to 1,500 shares of a Class B. So it actually makes no difference at all. If you want to own a whole share of it, that's how you can do it. It doesn't make a difference. If you want to buy options and you want to, you want to feel that, you've got more of a, you want to buy options, then the only way to do that is the cheaper one, right? Class B. So there you go. Class B shares are carried correspondingly lower voting rights, exactly, as well. And that's another thing. If you wanted to vote on the board, but most people don't, right? Class A share of the per share voting rights later changed to 100,000th. So. And Buffett marked Class B shares as a long-term investment and as an open-ended offering so as to prevent volatility as a result of supply concerns. Okay, as a long-term investment and as an open-ended offering. Okay, makes sense. Why two share classes? The main reason shares are introduced was to allow investors to purchase the stock directly instead of buying a silver or to buy a slither of a share. But again, that makes no difference. Or mutual funds that mirror Berkshire Hathaway's holdings. After all, the majority of individual shareholders just can't afford the sky price of a single share, Class A share. As of July 20th, 23, the stock price at 526,000. Buffett explained that the Action 1996 annual letter to shareholders. There you go. As I've told you before, we made this sale of Class B in response to the threatened creation of unit trusts that would have marked themselves as Berkshire lookalikes in the process that could have used our past and definitely non-repeatable record to entice naive small investors and could have charged these innocents high fees and commissions. So it's quite credible, isn't it? If the stock was left in the hands of unit trusts, Berkshire would have been burdened with both hundreds of thousands of unhappy indirect owners, trust holders, that is, and a stained reputation. The key differences between Buffett's Class A will never experience a stock split because he believes the high share price attracts like-minded investors, those focused on long-term profits rather than on short-term price fluctuations. Along with being more accessible to retail investors, Class B shares offer the benefit of flexibility. And an investor owns just one share of Class A and is in need of some cash. The only portion is to sell the single share, even if its far price exceeds the amount of money they need to access. In contrast, Class B shares can liquidate part of the Berkshire Hathaway holdings just up to the amount needed to meet cash flow. But of course, this is not bringing into the discussion that you can fractional share. It was mainly because 10 years ago, very hard to buy fractional shares, lots of fees, etc. But you can now. So there you go. One final difference that the share A's can be converted into an equivalent amount of Class B shares at any time a Class shareholder wishes to do so. Do you know what? So for me, looking at this, for me, if you want to be in on it, and I quite like the idea, I think I would like to buy the real, if you like, the real one, if you like, the 555,000, and just simply buy a fractional share of it and keep increasing it whenever it goes down. I think it's kind of cool. I would quite like that. I quite like that idea. So let's have a look at it right now. Berkshire Hathaway. Let's see if it's a good time to buy. Well, it's never a bad time to buy it, but You know, is there a better time than before? All over the week, it's down. It's got a little drop. There you go. It's always going up though. There you go. You've got a little nibble. You've got a little nibble at the moment. So yes, very rarely drops. It's down right now. Do you know what? I'm going to buy one. Not going to buy a whole share. Just want to be clear about that. BRK. Here we go. Let's put it on. BRK. Let's buy a piece of Berkshire Hathaway, shall we? So let's do it. Here it is. Let's do it. Let's buy a bit. It's dipped today. And then every time it drops, I buy $50, something like that, maybe. Price earnings ratio. Is there a dividend on this at all? Let's have a little look. There's no dividend yield. It's just growth. Price earnings ratio 937. Okay, let's buy. So what have I got today? If I do a limit order, where are we today? 555,050. Okay. 555,000 and 50. There you go. From his Rumble money. 555,050. Now, I don't think I can buy a fractional share at a limit order. That's the only downside to this. At least outside of the market hours, I don't think anyway. Continue. Extended hours. Here we go. Today, yeah. Number of shares. No, you can't. The answer is no, you can't, you see. That's the downside to it. You can do it during market hours, I think. See, there's no point. If I show you my position here, there's no 0.00001 of a share. You know, you can't do that. If you put 1, it's going to cost you $500,000. There's no 0.1. See, there's no way to do that. So if you want to buy that one, I think you can do it in market hours. I'm not sure. I don't think you can. I'm just trying to think now. Fractional trade. You have to add a number. So if you do it that way, if you buy, so let's see if I buy $10 worth of it. During extended hours, you can only trade BRK in whole shares. There you go. So you can only buy it in whole shares during the extended hours. So if I want to buy $50 worth of Berkshire Hathaway, I have to do it during open hours, which is fine because it's a long-term investment. You wouldn't be buying it to trade it. You're not going to be buying Berkshire Hathaway at $500,000 to try and trade it today. That's obvious. So it's something you hold long-term. So anyway, we'll come back to that then, shall we? On the bell, we'll try and buy $50. All right, we'll switch to we'll buy a whole share. We'll buy $50 worth when the bell goes. Right, let's have a little look. Good morning, Zach. Good morning to you from Uganda. How are you? You should compare with B data is better. Try that, please, and look at the difference. I don't think it will be a flat line. With the B data, yeah, more than likely. Yeah, more than likely. Let's wait and see until the bell goes. Dream on. I dream a little. I dream a dream, says Bill. Very nice. I think so as well, Sensei. B has more volatility. You're going to buy one. Yeah, not going to buy. Yeah, it's $500,000, Sensei. Even I can't afford that. He's buying a full share from his Rumble money. Yeah, Leo, we sold the house. Can you imagine? Yeah, Leo, I've just sold the house. Why? Just to buy one share. What the hell have you bought? Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah. One share, $500,000. Imagine that. All right, okay. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Good morning to all of you. Wonderful to see you all this morning. Wonderful to be back over a weekend. It's been a very eventful weekend. A lot going on this weekend in my music channel. We're waiting for the bell to go. We've got 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes. Over the weekend, I'll give you the link. We had change to B so we can see the moves. Better visual. Shall I have okay. Would you prefer B? Okay, if you want B, put A or B in the chat, and I'll see what I get the most of. So over the weekend, if you want to go and check out, I did Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson has got a new album out, so I did To All the Girls. Let me just refresh that, actually. It's not showing the numbers for the last few days. I did Willie Nelson, which was for his new album. The new musical Beautiful Noise. I did Sweet Caroline and Hello Again in the style of Neil Diamond. Oh, yes. 500 Miles, because Charlie from the Proclaimers is not very well. He's got a bad voice. So Tom Jones, I did 007, James Bond. So Tom Jones has been banned, or at least his music's banned. Delilah is banned from rugby matches in England. And farewell, Billy Miller, a star from The Young and Restless. He passed away and through depression, which is always very sad to hear. I did a farewell to Billy Miller. If you've not yet checked out those and you'd like to, they're on my music channel. The link is in the chat. All right. Okay, it looks like everybody wants to see B. Blimey, I went to all that trouble to put it on the screen, and then all you wanted to see was B. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Fair enough then. Oh my gosh. Went to all that trouble, and then everybody wanted the B. All right. If you're watching me over on TikTok and you'd like to ask me a question and be part of the show, if you are one of my subscribers, click the little star up here. I do exclusive content for you. I invite you into special events on YouTube. I will invite everyone to subscribe to you and follow you on TikTok, and I'll also answer all your questions as well. All right, so let me go over now to here and then change it. You said no to Berkshire Hathaway A. Right. We're going to get rid of that one. And we're going to add in BRKB. That's what you want to see, apparently. Unbelievable. Right. There you go. I think we're good now. There you go. All right, happy now? That's Berkshire Hathaway B, which is Warren Buffett. The S&P is in light blue. I wish I could change it to a different color, but there you go. I guess when I turn green, I'll stand out more. But anyway, there you go. There it is. Now on the bell, we're going to buy some Berkshire Hathaway. Going to buy $50 of it. All right. Because we're now bringing in $50 a week into the portfolio. We've upped that from 20, which was up from 4. So we're improving all the time. Okay. Virgin Galactic, 207 today. Now, Virgin Galactic, for those of you that wasn't following me on my X account and you've missed out all my trades, I've got my long-term position, 1,615 shares. I've been increasing it. I add up to 2,000 because I added on the Roth IRA, traded them out 4 times, made about 4 or 5% each time, a couple of 3% as well. Yeah, 4 times over Thursday and Friday. And we will do it again on the Roth IRA when we've taken some profits from Enphase and Rocket Lab, and then we'll buy it again. My long-term position is there, but I'm making money on the Roth IRA. All right. So anyway, I need to change it on here as well, don't I? Need to change it on here as well. So edit. BRK B. There you go. There you go. I've added it back onto here as well. So you can see the S&P is in pink. I'm in red, so I'm beating the market, but I'm not beating Warren Buffett. A new addition to the show this morning. That looks better, says Niels. There you go. A, said Jose. A's. You can see who's got the money. You can see who's got the money. Jose is like, hang on a minute. Let's just go all out. Let's have the 500,000 stock. That's what we want to see. Yeah, Zach's with me. Zach's going, I can't afford this. Put the B on. I love it. Switzer, good morning to you. Morning, Switzer. Morning, everybody. Okay. Wade Van Eisen. Martin, when you get a chance, can you look at Chewy for me? I bought into it in 2001 and I'm way down. Would like to know your thoughts. Chewy. Okay. We'll do it into the show then. We've only got 15 minutes to go. Wade, let me just check a minute. Yes, you're one of my members. You can have a full back test if you want. So it looks like only 12% of you have Berkshire Hathaway stock. Why would that be? When it really performs well, why would nobody want to own it? Why would nobody want to own it? That's interesting. Why would nobody want to own it? Why does no one own it? You know, you can fractional share. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a long-term investment. You're buying Berkshire Hathaway as a long-term investment. You're not going to be scalp trading it. You're not going to be in and out. So what I want to do is when I get some spare cash, just buy a bit of it. Let's have a look at what's in its fund. Berkshire Hathaway. Let's read. Berkshire Hathaway engages the provision of property and casualty insurance and reinsurance, utilities and energy, freight, rail, transportation, finance, manufacturing, retail, services. Founded 1839. Market cap 807 billion. Price earnings 937. No dividend. Just a growth stock. This is interesting. Buffett calls iPhone a singular product, justifying outsized Apple bet. The new iPhone 15 is about to hit the stores, and Apple CEO Tim Cook might have already sent one to his most important investor, Warren Buffett. Let's have a quick look in here. We've got time. Warren Buffett's 100 billion plus bet on Apple and the iPhone. Okay, let's have a look. That doesn't look very... Oh, I see. It's because I've got... I haven't got a membership. Okay. I'm not gonna sign up for another one. It's too many of these I already pay for. Warren Buffett poured $3 billion into Dow Chemical during the financial crisis. Here's the story of how he helped. I want to look at the iPhone investment. Okay, I'll try and find it later on. But anyway. We're going to buy $50 of Berkshire Hathaway. I'm about to become a serious investor. Right. We've got 15 minutes before the bell goes. Welcome everybody. Now we need to calm down now because we've got the Fed on Wednesday. It's all about the Fed on Wednesday. The silent warrior. There you go. Maybe a lot don't know about fractional share buying. Maybe a lot don't know about fractional share buying. Okay, so essentially what you can do with Robinhood or other brokerages, I'm sure it's not just Robinhood, you can buy a fractional share. In other words, let's say a share is $10. It's $10 to buy a single share of a particular company, right? And you only have $1. With Robinhood, you can buy $1, which would be 10% of that share. So you don't get a worse deal or a better deal. You get 0.1, 10% of the share for $1. That's it. It just allows people who can't afford the full share. There was a time, and it's still today, that people can't afford a share of Tesla, for example. People that buy penny stocks would like to own quality companies, and recently, that's why one of the many reasons why a company splits. So you get 10 for 1 or whatever. It allows people to buy a cheaper stock, or it's not cheaper, it's just been split up into smaller pieces, that's all. It's like rather than buying, if you think of a cake as a whole share, you can buy a piece of the cake, which means you buy a piece of the share. It's the same price, it's not discounted in any way, it's exactly the same, but it allows you the opportunity to do it. No fees on Robinhood, just exactly the same. And it allows you the opportunity to buy a little piece of the share. So when the bell goes, I'm going to set a limit order. Now I have to wait for the bell because I can't do a limit order for a fractional share before the market opens. But that doesn't matter because it's not a stock that I'm looking to get in and out quickly or whatever. I'm just going to buy $50 of Warren Buffett today, and maybe every now and again just buy a little bit more and just build up a little portfolio. Anyway, the market cap is too darn high, says Fear and Loathing in Crypto. The market cap is too darn high. Don't buy fractional shares. Don't buy fractional shares. There are fees. There's no fees. Stephen, there are no fees. But when we talk about there are no fees, I want to be absolutely clear. If there are no fees, how does Robinhood make money? Well, they've got lots of revenue streams. Buy to order flow is how they do their trades through the market makers. It's advertised as no fees. Well, there are always fees. It's just hidden. Okay, so it shouldn't concern you, because if a share price today on Robinhood is advertised to buy a $10 stock, and they say there's no fees, time it goes through the market makers, all right, the actual real price of that actual stock, the wholesale price, if you like, before Robinhood's micro fee and the market makers' micro fee, perhaps the share was $9.99. It's tiny, but when you're talking about millions of shares traded every day, that becomes relevant, right? So The actual price might be $9.99. You're paying 10. So you're actually paying a fee, if you like. But the point is, it doesn't concern you because you're buying it for the price you're happy to buy it, and then you'll sell it for the price you're happy to sell it. So if you buy it at 10 and you sell it at 11, you've still made a dollar profit. You bought it at 10, sold it at 11. Doesn't really matter to you. It's the same. Now, when I used to trade with Barclays Bank, I would buy a stock for $10. There was like a $5 fee. And you could never make any money, even though I made money on the trades. Time I paid the fees, it was pointless. So don't be concerned by the 0.00001 cent of a cost. It's not really relevant. It's relevant if you're an institution. It's relevant if you're a billionaire. If you're a billionaire, you're not going to be on Robinhood, are you? But if you're just like me, you're a small-time investor. Don't let it complicate and cloud the issue. It's exactly like people who overthink a problem. If you overthink it, you'll never do anything. And if you just get on and do it, you've already benefited from doing it. It's the same people on YouTube. People think about the next video, plan it, and never produce a video. Just get it out, learn from it, and do another one. Be proactive rather than sitting on the fence and worrying too much. So anyway, we're green now. Let's turn the studio green. There you go. With 8 minutes to go. Anyway, so that's the thing. There are fees, but the fees are inconsequential to you as a small-time investor. And if you're focusing on the fees and focusing on details like that, when you're only a small trader like me or an investor like me, you're missing the point. That only really matters if you've got billions or millions to invest, and you're an institution or a billionaire or whatever. Doesn't affect us, right? Warren Buffett's is like 90. What are the chances that Berkshire tanks when he passes? A lot of people have said that. That is a very, very true point. I think the Berkshire Hathaway industry isn't just Warren Buffett. They've got set principles, set standards, protocols that will be passed down. I think you're probably right. There might be some reaction to this stock, but I think their grounding is solid. What they do, I don't see it's like, this is not like Mullen. It's not going to suddenly fluctuate all over the place. I don't think so. But it's a good point, though. I like your suggestion, though. Or too expensive. Morning, everyone. Convinced we will see a pause from the Fed this week. Also, nice to see Virgin Galactic buck the downtrend on Friday as markets tanked. Indeed. No need for a full back test, a CHWY. Just some quick thoughts. Okay, I can do that now then. Let's have a quick look then. Duplicate for you. Okay, Chewy. CHWY. Chewy. Let's have a little look. Wade Van Eysen would like my thoughts on this. They beaten earnings on a regular basis, so I'm wondering the future to see if I can recoup my money. So you're down on this one, right? Does anyone know Trevor Beatty from the UK? Is he on the next space flight from Pakistan too? Zach Zay and Ron Rossano from the USA go space. Buffett bought lots of CVX for carbon capture. Huge tax savings for CVX. Oh, nice. Up today, 0.72. I'm down 0.5, so I'm starting to make some money on it. Right, okay, let me go back to Chewy. This is a request. Just have a quick look. It wasn't a full back test today. Chewy, as a part of a pet and tailor in the United States, it supplies pet medications, tools, food, treats, and other pet health products and services for dogs, cats, fish, birds, small pets, horses, and reptiles. Okay. It's the United States, 19,000 employees, market cap $8 billion, price to earnings ratio $175. Very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Let's have a look at it. First of all, you just want my quick reaction. This is a stock I wouldn't buy because I don't see any. There's nothing of interest. It doesn't interest me. I'd have to be in this industry to be interested in this particular company. I'm not. I don't know enough about it, the industry, so I wouldn't buy it. It doesn't come with a dividend. It's looking at the price to earnings ratio. That doesn't jump out to say buy me. Way too expensive. If we look at the chart of it, it rose, it fell away. It's been coming down and down, down. A simple one for me, if I was interested in this sector, which I'm not, Wade, I'd be wanting to look at what happened here to drive this growth stock, to drive this growth, and what happened here that didn't happen here to bring it back down, and is that likely to be repeated? That's all I'd want to know. It IPO'd here in 19. It opened up, was it a SPAC? $22. No, it doesn't look like it. It rose up steadily. This was in 20, yeah, this is when SPACs, this is when IPOs worked. They don't really work so much now. At least not at the moment anyway. It rose up, it had some success. So what happened here? And then what happened to drive it back down? And is that likely to happen again? My experience so far from companies that have this initial growth, especially during COVID. Look, March 2020. So it did really well during COVID. I don't like any stock that did something really well due to an unrepeatable, more likely an unrepeatable event, a macro condition. Everyone was online, everyone was ordering online. That's just like or the toilet paper situation. It's like Peloton. It's like Kavana, whatever it was. Zoom. It had this massive growth, and now it's come back to normal. So we saw this happen because of COVID. It wasn't doing anything, if you look at it, until March 20. So it wasn't doing anything for the first year. Nothing. COVID happened. Everyone's at home. Boom. So no, I wouldn't buy that. It doesn't interest me. It's not a stock that's interesting to me. It's very expensive. It's too expensive. It's back down to its original price. And you're hoping it's going to do it again. I wouldn't touch that because it was a macro outside condition that promoted its growth. So anyway, 1.5 minutes to go. Thoughts on Neo? I wouldn't buy Chinese stocks. Don't like them. Manipulation. Don't like it. That was in March 23. Thank you, Stephen. I didn't see any Neo car in the US yet. No. Already followed Trevor on X as both chase rockets. I have reached out to him regarding coming on and sharing. That would be wonderful, Mark. Absolutely wonderful if that happened. Yes. Thank you very much indeed. We'd love it. Thanks. Great idea. Good afternoon. Happy family. Happy Monday. The Happy Mondays. All right, here we go. The bell's about to go. Arm is folding. No surprise. I told everybody about that. I said don't buy it on the pop. There you go. I put the videos out about it. For those of you who didn't see the videos, I put the video out explaining that ARM got overbought. It was worth about $20. Okay, here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You too can sponsor the bell for a $10 super chat. Put your name on it and links below, and you can sponsor the bell. Okay, here we go. Now then, we've got Berkshire Hathaway going up on the bell. We wanted to buy some, right? So we want to go into Berkshire Hathaway here, and we're going to buy Berkshire Hathaway. So let's have a little look. BRK, and we're going to buy the real deal, BRK, and we're going to buy the A class. Whoops, I don't mean that. Okay, BRK. Okay, here we go. We're going to buy, and we're going to do a limit order for 559 260,000. It's going to be hard to do this, isn't it? Extended 7 p.m. Number of shares. Okay, can't do it that way. So you can't do it that way. So I've got to do buy in dollars. Buy in dollars, $50 worth. Review. Okay. Let's watch it for a second. I bought it for 5,598. Okay, I now have $50 worth of Berkshire Hathaway. Okay. Okay. Here is my Berkshire Hathaway purchase. I now have Berkshire Hathaway on my list. We're going to do the stock rate in a moment. There you go. There is my position. As you can see, I'm down 4 cents at the moment. There it is. I now own 0.13% in my portfolio of Berkshire Hathaway. All right, there we go. And let's see if I'm up. I'm down at the moment, but there you go. All right, there you go. So let's go through our positions and see who's winning today, Warren Buffett or Martyn Lucas. I am in, looks like the studio has got to go red again. As you can see, I am down at the moment. I'm behind the market and Warren Buffett. Let's go through all our positions. Virgin Galactic is now $2. Now, we want to scalp trade again today. We want to hold our main position, but we want to scalp trade. We haven't got any money until we sell a few of our positions. Berkshire Hathaway, I've just bought that. Mullen, let's have a look. ARM, as we predicted, is going down. Palantir is going up this morning. That's good. That's in the green. Very nice indeed. I added to my position. I've got some in my Roth IRA. Yes, down just 7%. So we've got $1.5 grand that we can sell as soon as we swing another 10%, which could happen today. We could do that. Mullen, we're trying to get out with this stock as well. That's having a nice little bounce today. I'm down 90%. When I can get my money out, I will be out of it, and I will buy probably the S&P with it. Gold, it's down today. Sorry, it's up slightly. I beg your pardon. The S&P, we've trimmed off the top. We're out of this stock pretty much now. Just got one. Amazon having a nice little rally today. Fantastic. This is really good. Have I got anything to trade in my Roth IRA? No. Okay, I've got nothing to shout about. Apple, we're getting a nice rally today. This is a big part of my portfolio. It's up now 5.75, 1.67 today. Very nice indeed. NEE. Have we got any to trade in my Roth IRA? Yes, we're improving on this one. We've just received some dividends, and we are just down 9%. We was down like 40%. We've improved it. I've just missed a couple of the messages. Let me go back and just check. Let's have a look. Why are you buying A and not B? I've just said why I'm buying A. Good afternoon, family. Happy family. Good afternoon. Benjamin Netanyahu meets with Elon Musk today in San Francisco. Maybe will invest in my STKH. Very nice. ARM is folding. No surprise there. Yes, ARM. I said it would go down. Fabinici, why are you buying A, not B? Because a long-term investment. That's why. Oh, hang on a minute. We've missed the music. I haven't finished the race yet. Why are you buying? That's the reason for that. Wait, thanks for looking at Chewy. I'll just hang on to it for now and see if it can reduce the pain at some stage. Fair enough. Wade. Was the stock even available in 2001? Says Sensei. If you bought in 2001, you would still be in the profits, I suppose, Niels. Type O 2021, when it first invested, my first mistake. Okay, I thought it IPO'd in 2019. Okay, Wade. Martin's buying like it's a 2-minute. Martin's buying like it's a 2-minute free shopping. 2-minute free shopping. Wade Van Eysen, bad luck. According to Market Week, if reliable. Trevor BE is working pro bono to market Sir Richard Branson's commercial space Virgin Galactic, which he hopes will become the flagship account for BT McGuinness. Wade Van Eysen, Trevor Beatty is working pro bono to market Sir Richard Branson's commercial space program, Virgin Galactic. Can you send that information into me, please? Can you send that information into me? Wade, you can access Discord. Send me some links in for that. Okay, let's have a little look. Palantir. Mullen. Want to get out of this stock. Let's check our overall positions. Let's have a little look where we are. Let's have a little look. The Berkshire Hathaway has gone up today. I've bought it today. And the S&P is also, that's down. And I'm just down in third place. So there we go. Who won the stock race today? It wasn't really a stock race today because I was focused on buying the stock. So it wasn't really a race. Never mind. Let's go back to our positions. Let's have a little look what we can do here. Virgin Galactic, now 198. Okay, now then. We do want to buy, but we haven't yet sold and made a profit on our positions. Let me check my XRP. That's up at 1. That's got up today. Polygon is up. I'm not selling that. I'm not selling that. Rio Tinto, I'm not in that. FFIE, I'm waiting to get out of this stock. Just get my money back out. Funware, no, can't sell it yet. Rumble, I'm out of this. Bar than one market share. Procter & Gamble, I took my profits. I'm out of that. Plug Power going down. Rocket Lab, I've got 16% before I can make any money. Let me check my Roth. No, 8%. I need a 12% swing. I want 4% from it, and then I buy Virgin Galactic. Not until I've made the money am I going to buy more Virgin Galactic. We're going to be very unstable until Wednesday, the FOMC report. N-phase being N-phase again. Let me come to it. IonQ up. Hood, Tilray. Tilray is going all the way back down again. No surprise there. Let me have a look. Not at all surprised by this. Let's have a look. It's not cheap enough for me to scalp trade it yet. Tesco, Walmart, Microsoft. Let's have a look. Google, 5% from where I sold it. McDonald's is a buy, down nearly 3%. People say it's too expensive, and I always say you can't overbuy land. So really, until we can trade, we can't do any day trading yet. We did lots of it on Thursday and Friday. We can't do any of it until we've sold N-phase. In my Roth position, I'm down 12%. So we're getting there. It could easily swing up there. Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is the closest. We can't do anything just yet. I could bring some more money in and buy Virgin Galactic. But if it went to 150, I would probably do something, but not at 199. There isn't really much point. So back to Berkshire Hathaway. I'm in the black. There you go. I'm making some money. I'm up on it. And we're just going to hold this one and then nibble on it. Oh, sorry, I wasn't showing you the positions, was I? There you go. I just bought this morning, and there we go. We're just going to hold that for long term, and then when we get little dips, we'll just buy them all the time. All right. Okay, the S&P is going down. Let me check in on Bloomberg, what they think about what's happening coming up on Wednesday. Let's have a quick listen in.
More on plastic. Default rates on credit cards are rising. Same is true with auto loans. Student loan payments are going to resume. Oil prices, we're looking at $92 a barrel now for WTI, 95 for Brent. Households have run out of excess savings. I mean, the bearish list could go on and on and on, but I'm not sure how you feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, many of those statistics are what the bears throw out, but really has the household run out of excess savings? I mean, energy as a percentage of a consumer's expenditures continues to drop. Am I worried that the Fed is raising rates, interest rates moving higher tends to deter economic activity? Of course I'm concerned, but I think the story is that it's very hard to know when that will occur, and the simple reality is the consumer and corporations fixed a lot of debt during COVID so that they're less interest rate sensitive than they've been in the past.
It's all on the Fed now for Wednesday. This is going to be quite muted between now and then. It's why I've trimmed off profits and bought things that are dipping more than anything else. I want to be in a position where I've already dipped by taking profits, holding the value of my portfolio up as much as possible, and getting in a position to jump on Wednesday. Steve Arrow. Good morning, Steve. Hi, Mr. Martin. I'm curious to know what you think and VFC stock. VFC stock, I have to focus on my members, but I will have a quick look for you because I'm quiet at the moment. VFC. Let's have a look. Okay. What is that one? VFC. VF, is this the one you mean? What do I think about this? Initial reaction. I don't know anything about this stock. Engages in business of producing market apparel, footwear, accessories, and this is not a sector I touch. It's too volatile. Don't like it. It's very expensive. It's 60 times ratio for this particular field. This is one of the most expensive ones in its field. It does pay a dividend, but you've got to ask yourself how. That's probably why you bought it, right? It has the growth rate would strip out. The growth rate would strip out the dividend, and I bet you any money you like that they haven't paid it very often either. I don't normally do this for non-members because I have to focus on my members, but I'm just looking very, very quickly to make my point. VFC. Let's have a little look. The dividend. Um, 50, 50, 30. Yeah, see, they didn't pay it. They didn't pay it in July 2020. They didn't pay it in 1919. Yeah, there's been some, I'm looking at this chart here. There's been some irregularity to when they pay it. They missed it here. 50 cents a share, 30 cents. To me, that dividend doesn't actually make any sense compared to how much money you're losing on the stock. I wouldn't be buying a sector like that. I think it's not proprietary enough, not unique enough, not stable enough, very volatile. And again, was it a 2020? What happened here? March 2020. Yeah, it went up in the COVID and fell away since then. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. It's only a quick look at it. As I say, I can't focus on. I have to focus on my members, Steve. Anyway, thanks for bringing it to our attention. Just initial look looks too expensive and nothing unique about it. Okay, now then. We're waiting now to see. There's two stocks I want money out from. Enphase Energy, if we get a bounce here on my Roth, about 15% bounce. That's what I need to take some profits there. And I also want Rocket Lab as well to take a small profit there. About a 12% profit swing there as well. And then I can buy this dip on Virgin Galactic at 197. Now, if it goes down to 150, which is where I said is its bottom, then I will find some money from somewhere. I'll sell something. But until then, I'm not really going to do anything. Okay. Now, let me look in the breakfast bar. Do we have any information? I've got a message from somebody. Let me just see what that is. If you're trying to contact me. Wade Van Alsen. Oh, there we go. Martin, someone asked who Trevor Beatty was, and I did. Thank you. Wade, thank you very much indeed for sending that in to me. I'll have a look at that later. And in fact, I'll have a look at it now. Let's have a look. Trevor Beatty was founder, member, chairman. Okay. What's he doing? What's he doing though for Virgin Galactic? Though, if you've got the information on that, what he's doing for Virgin Galactic, that's what I'm interested in. We've got Sensei in the broadcast lounge. I didn't realize Sensei was in today. We've got Sensei live. Sensei's in the broadcast lounge. If you unmute yourself, Sensei, I can bring you in. I didn't even realize you were in the broadcast lounge. He's quietly lurking in the background. Let's see if he comes live now. But no, Sensei is in the broadcast lounge. If you unmute yourself, you're live on the show. Welcome everybody over on TikTok. How you all doing? If you click the star just up here and become a subscriber, I can answer all your questions for you. And yes, just try and sort my screen out. Oh, okay. Let me. Yeah, you're unmuted, so you control at your end. Right then. Virgin Galactic 199. I wouldn't mind buying it, but I got to make some money first from something else. My Berkshire Hathaway investment's doing all right. I've made some money this morning. You can see. Well, I'll just mute you, in fact, so we stay the noises. There we go. Virgin Galactic is bouncing from here. I need to make some money from my positions first. My Polygon's doing well, up 2%. Bitcoin is up 2%. Rio Tinto, I'm not in it. FFIE. Funware. Rumble, still going down. Procter & Gamble, I'm out. I took my profit. Plug. There's a few things I'd like to buy here. Rocket Labs, here we go. Now, Rocket Labs, I just need a 10% swing from here, which is completely doable. And then I'll be 2% up. Then I can start trimming. This is not my main position on Rocket Lab. This is over here. Phil Redman has just become our latest member. Phil Redman, I want to welcome our guest. Would everybody please welcome Thai? Is it Thai Redman? What country are you from, Thai? Where are you from? We've got members in 40 different countries around the world. What country are you from? And I'd like to give you all your perks and benefits. There's many, many things that you get as a member. First of all, you got your blue badge, which will turn green, yellow, gold, red, and pink over time, and the benefits will improve. Your cost of being a member will never ever go up, and I will always give you more and more perks as we go. So it's the best investment you'll ever make. I'm here to support you, help you in any way I can. That's exactly, oh, great. Berkshire Hathaway, Rocket Lab is moving now. United States, welcome to you. Welcome. I'm in Dallas, Texas. My studio is in Dallas, Texas, and my home is in Cornwall. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to the show. Now, as a bronze member,
T. Redman has become a member.
Thank you. As a bronze member, you can ask me a question. I'll always answer it. We have members-only events. If I go to the homepage of the channel, you'll see there's members-only live streams, members-only chats, members-only videos. You can now see these for the first time. You couldn't see these before. Behind the scenes when I was at the space station in the UK, Virgin Orbit, all these things that you can see and be part of now. Also, I will, if you follow me on my social media, I will give you the link right now. It's also below all the videos. I will reply to all your questions, all your comments as well. There is my link to that. That's all my, if you go to that link, it'll bring you to this page here. You can have the newsletter if you want it. Includes our giveaways. We have cash giveaways all the time. If you want a birthday surprise, you can have a birthday treat by putting your month and day of your birthday, or personalize it with your name if you want to. If you scroll below the links, you will see my social media, my Twitter, my Facebook, all the different things, all my free, the stuff that people give me as sponsor, referral links you can have down here. There's loads of different things that I have to give away. Free Bitcoin and stuff like that. I share that with my members. All right. Anyone, in fact, you don't have to be a member to get any of those things. There's the newsletter. All right. This is my X account. Again, I share all my trades before I make them with you and what I'm buying and selling. And if you follow me, I will answer all your questions, reply to all your messages. This is my X account. While you're there, you can see I'm actually the World Piano Man. If you click on my other account, which is my music one, you can follow me there as well. If you're interested in my music and the things that I produce, I'll give you the link there as well. All right. And you can see over the weekend, we talked about, I put a tribute of Billy Miller. He passed away, I'm afraid. A very young man died. And I did a tribute to him on my music channel. So these are all the things you can get there. Let me come back to you a minute. Now, also, you can ask me to poll the audience. You can also ask me to review a back test of stock. If I've got time, I can do a 10-minute back test. Also, as the Piano Man, I will, on your birthday, you can donate this yourself, or you can have it for a family member the day before, the day of, the day after your birthday. We'll celebrate it for you live on the show, and you get to download and keep the video. People pay me $500 to make a video for their birthday. You get it for free as a bronze member. I'll also, if you ever go silver, you can go on the homepage of my YouTube channel, and I'll get everyone to follow you if you want to grow your YouTube channel, your Twitter account. Also, I can do. There's another thing I was going to say to you. What was it? My brain's gone blank for the moment. Unbelievable. Oh yes, on Friday nights we have Friday night is music night. Anyone's welcome, and as a member, I will prioritize your request. If you want to do a favorite song on my Friday night music night, I always prioritize the members when it gets busy as well. You can have that. Now, also, you can call in live to the show. You do that via Discord. Let me give you the Discord link. It's free to access Discord, but as a YouTube member, I will upgrade your account to become a YouTube member, which gives you the access to call in live to the show. There's Discord. It takes 10 minutes to get into the show. If you go to the welcome all screen, when you come in, you'll come to the welcome all screen. This is where it is, and you will come in here, and I'll upgrade your account. I just need you to come on in, say I'm the guy from YouTube. We'll confirm it's you. you'll be in here. You'll say hello here. So if I say hi to you, let me welcome you in. Ty, T-H-I. If I say hi to you there, look, right, you'll come in and I'll upgrade your account once we've confirmed it's you on YouTube, and you can then call in. And talking of calling in, we have got live on the show, and this is what you can do once you are a member. Once I've upgraded your account, you can call in just like Sensei is about to call in to our show. I can see him in the chat now. This is what you can do: share information, share links. You can discuss, ask questions live, whatever you'd like to do. Let's have a look. Let me just read. I missed a couple of things here. So would everybody please welcome our new guest, our new member, Ty Redman, just become our new member to the channel. Welcome, Ty. Thank you for taking the time to look at VSC. Steve, you're very, very welcome. Got a new card mine, so updating it and will be a member again no time. Just realized it disappeared. If you don't renew it within a certain number of days, you will lose the history. So if you've been a member for a month or 2 or 6 or a year, it starts again if you let it lapse over 30 days, I believe. Right, okay, I think we've covered all the questions. We've got Sensei Crypto live on the phone. Welcome, thank you. Jose, can I introduce you, Ty, can I introduce you to Jose? Jose is one of our royalty members. He's one of our gold members to the channel, and he gets extra if he wants one-on-one online video chats about building a studio or to do with building a YouTube channel, whatever. There you go. There's all the welcomes. Now, Ty, every Friday we have a live phone-in. You can phone in at any time, but on Friday is a specific Friday phone-in on the show at this time. It was exactly the time where we are now, on the hour at this time. If you want to call in and be on the show next Friday, you are most welcome. Right, let's go back now to our guest. We've got Sensei Crypto live on the phone, and we are going to bring him in right now. So let me unmute Sensei. He's unmuted. Let me make him full screen and bring him in. Let me get rid of all of that. And Sensei, you are live on the show. Martyn Lucas Investor, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Hello, Martin. Thank you for having me on the show. It's been a while.
Hey, we've missed you. It's great to hear your voice back on. Are you back at home now?
Yes, I am back from holiday. I'm back. I'm ready for the markets. I'm ready for Wednesday, and I'm ready to see where crypto goes. So I'm back for good.
Yes. Right. So first of all, how was your holiday?
It was very nice. Thank you.
I want to know. We all want to know. We all want to know. How come you're always on holiday? You've had so many holidays. You've had more holidays than somebody who has lots of holidays, whoever that might be. Don't know who that is. So how come you're always on holiday? You're making so much money on all this crypto you're buying.
No, I do enjoy going on holiday. When we're trading a lot, it's good to take a breath away from the markets, reset the head. Sort of come back with a fresh mind, fresh thoughts, and be back to provide us the content I provide. So I did say before I went, it's probably going to be a sideways market. Crypto is going to go down and sideways. The stock market's probably not going to be very exciting. And as I've said before, I do expect the markets to go lower in time and within the next 3 months. Previously, I've said 3 to 6 months. We've got to the range where it's probably going to be within the next 3 months. I do see a crash coming to the markets, especially to the crypto markets. So I'm back and I'm ready to give my thoughts again.
Fantastic. It's great to have you back. Well, I agree with you, and that's why I've been trimming all the way back down on my S&P. At one point, I had $20,000. Now I've got $400. I made a lot of money from it. I made $400 from it. Sorry, $400. I made 10%. No, tell a lie. I made about 11% from it this year, which I think is a good year. I'm happy with that, considering it's only September. So I've trimmed it off. I'm buying now the bigger dips on the higher risks. I'm scalp trading. I scalp traded 4 times Thursday and Friday, Virgin Galactic, making 3 and 4% each time. I agree with you. I think we could have a sideways action. You say it could go down even more. I'm not so sure it's going to go down too much, but I think sideways action is going down in many respects. If we go sideways for a year, that's like going down in many respects because you're not making any money at all. So what are you looking at today? What's caught your interest?
Yeah, so what's caught my interest is, let me share this. It's as you said, it's all comes down to Wednesday, what happens. We all sort of know, well, we knew a bit before anyone else, but I think the market now has priced in a pause / a skip. It's interesting to see what.
I hope it's not a skip. A skip's very different, right? A skip is different than a pause.
It will be different. I think they're probably going to say it's. I don't think they want to commit and say this is the end. I think they will brand it as a skip.
That's not as good.
I think they will continue with their what they say about we're going to keep looking at the data and we will raise if needed, which I don't think is very bullish. I think if they come out and say we're very confident this will be the end for interest rates, that will be a bullish sentiment that will come out of that. That's what we hope to see, but I don't think that is what Fed Chairman Powell will say. So yeah, it is priced in a 99% chance of a skip / pause. But looking forward is let's see what they think for the next meetings, because that's important. So I've looked through this. On the 1st of November, we can see that it's still there's a 71% chance that we will be still not raising interest rates, but there is actually a 28% chance that at the next 1st of November meeting that they will be raising interest rates another 0.25. So that is concerning. We don't want to see another interest rate hike. That I think that will be very bearish because we haven't seen the full effect of these interest rate hikes, and if we're still raising, then that could lead to a lot of different things that could break within the system. Again, the banking sector I don't think is incredibly strong, so that it's something to look at. I'm going to constantly be looking at these probabilities and looking at the 13th of December. It's still the bullish thing is, if you look at all of this, the highest chance is that we have hit the top. So we're looking at the January the 31st next year. We can see that there's a priced in of 3.7% that we actually get we reduce our interest rates 25 basis points. So maybe beginning of the year we start coming down, but I don't think that's the most likely option, neither does the market. But looking forward to sort of, let's say to June of next year, then it becomes more probable that they actually do start bringing down interest rates. So I think this is fairly accurate. I think this is what I think is going to happen. I think maybe June of next year we start seeing interest rates go down. What I hope is nothing. I mean, I am bearish on the markets, but it's not like I want to be. I don't want anything to break. I do want us to continue making money, but this is best case scenario in terms of nothing breaks and they don't have to bring interest rates down really quickly and start printing money. I mean, if that happens, they're going to bring interest rates down quicker and faster to save the economy. But if they do it slowly and surely, then that will be the best case. So maybe by June of next year, we start coming down. July, another rate decision can bring us even further down, another 25 basis points. So I'm going to keep a good eye on this, but it really depends on Wednesday. Let's watch what the Fed Chairman Powell says. Let's see what his tone's like. Let's analyze his speech and see what he thinks going forward. And I think it's going to be a very important speech on Wednesday.
I agree with you 100% on your thoughts on that. But bearing in mind that the economy, and as we all know, the markets are forward thinking 6 months ahead. And like you mentioned, June, chances are we might see rates coming down. You want to be in, for me anyway, as a long-term investor, as a short-term investor, as a swing-term investor. I mean, and we're all those things as well. Like we scalp trade as well as long-term invest. I want to be in the market for that. I want to be in the market. We've seen, ever since I've been in the market, rates are going up. It's getting more difficult. I want to be in the market, apart from the very first few months. I want to be in the market when that happens, because at the first sniff of the rates coming down, the markets will start going up. They'll already react, because people will want to be in before it goes up. So June isn't that long. We're coming into October in a couple of weeks. It's I don't know about you. Well, maybe for you, you're a lot younger than me. But as you get older, a year away seems 5 minutes. It comes round very quick. And for me,
it definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I want to be building up my cash, because 4.9% isn't a bad amount of money, to earn just sitting there, unless anything particularly dips or anything particularly safe. And get ready for next year. Do you agree with me then, because of the sideways action and potential slight drop, or even bigger in your case, you're thinking that's why I've trimmed off the S&P and took those profits, 10%, 11%, 11.5%, to buy things like Virgin Galactic and Rocket Lab, because we had a report last week, I don't know if you saw it, from Market Watch, saying that Virgin Galactic and Rocket Lab actually are at the top of the list on the markets to outperform the S&P later on this year with massive growth. Have you got any thoughts into that? Do you believe any of that?
Yeah, I do. I think if the high risk will most likely react very once the news comes out that interest rates are going to start coming down. I think they're going to react very fast. They're very oversold. There's a lot of shorters on the market, especially on these high risk assets. So once there is any buys because a small buy can really change, can really start squeezing these shorts. So I do believe once we get some bullish news, and once buyers come back, and once liquidity is coming back to the markets, these high risk stocks that are really oversold now, that have been brought down a lot over the last year, 2 years, will have big bounces. And that's why I've been saying, for a high risk stock like SBCE, under $2, I don't mind buying SBC, because just a bounce to, let's say, 411, that's a 100% move. That's a 2x. You don't get that you get that in like 10 years with the S&P. That can happen within a month, if not a week, if not a day. So $2 to $4 I see quite likely, just as a bounce, just as a bit of liquidity coming in, a couple big buyers coming in, a couple a short squeeze, for example. That's not to say SBC can't go down to 150 or $1. It just depends when that money comes in. But anywhere below $2, I don't mind if SBC drops 50%, because I know it can either go back to $2 or back to $4, depending on the drop. And that in itself, I do think it will go back to $4 as soon as we get some money coming in. So between $2 and $1, I'm either going to make 2x or I'm going to make 4x on my money. So I'll be DCAing under $2, as you have been doing. And at the same time, if I see some big pops within that 150 to like 170, that's a scalp. I'll take it. If I see $1 to 120, that's a great 20% move. I'll take it. I'll be taking profits along the way, because I don't want to be stuck with a company that could go bankrupt. If the interest rates stay high, if something goes wrong with the company, I mean, the market cap is now 723 million. So anything is possible, but I do think risk to reward SBC under $2 is a good buy for it's so oversold. It's been going down for so many weeks that a short squeeze is inevitable if we do get some buyers back in this market, if we do get some bullish signals.
Absolutely. I am fully in agreement with that. And that's why I've got my two positions. I was asked this the other day quite a bit, don't you have fear of selling out too quickly on your scalp trades? Absolutely not, because I've got my main position here. There's $3,000. That's what's at risk going to zero, worst case scenario, going bankrupt. But while that's sitting there, and while we're dollar cost averaging, which we are, I mean, we're down to $3.12 now. I mean, you can remember just a few weeks ago, it was $3.60, and then we were like, go back a year, we were $30. So, all the time, learn the average. But on my Roth position on Thursday, Friday, I traded it 4 times and made 3 or 4%, a couple of twos as well. Not a huge amounts of money, but all the time making money from it. So, that's hypothetically, if I keep doing that, and I'm going to do it again, and anything under $2 is value, anything on $2 is value, anything under $2 is undervalue, and that's when you want to buy a stock, like you say, a short squeeze, a bounce, can always make money from that, most of the time. And I'm doing it tax free as well. I can do that. I can do that every single day. I can keep coming in, buying, selling, and I'm increasing the amount of shares I'm doing. I was doing it for 300, and now I'm going to be doing up to 1,000 shares at a time. So I can make a couple $100 quite easily on a trade. And if I keep doing that over and over again, if the worst should happen, that my $3,000 goes to zero, I need to remind myself I may have made $3,000 with all the little trades I've done. So effectively, this is free money, if you like, if you want to put it like that. So I think it's a good strategy to have your main position, if you believe in it, dollar cost average, and then trade it. I bought Enphase and Rocket Labs and a few other things when they dipped. We're just waiting now for those profits to come in, and I'm ready to spend another 1,000, buy another 1,000 shares with Virgin Galactic. What's your thoughts on that strategy, Sensei?
Yeah, I think that's the right strategy to have with SBC at the moment. As you said, you've got one portfolio which is long term. You're expecting a 3, 4, 5, 10x on the long term, and then you have the scalping Roth IRA position where you're going to be hopefully making that money. So if the company does fail and go to zero, which none of us want to see, but is a possibility, you have made the money back. So you're offsetting some risk there by scalping this. And because it's going to be such a low liquidity market for SBC, these bounces are going to be inevitable, and those scalps are going to be inevitable. You're going to see 20% swings soon enough, especially if we get down lower to 150. The market cap will be so small that even $100 million, $50 million, $10 million buys will move this stock substantially. So it's a great way to play a stock like SBC is to have your long term but also scalp it. So let's say best case you've scalped it and made money, and SBC has survived as a company, you're going to be making double the profits. And worst case, you've balanced out, so you've taken the risk but you've also balanced out, so SBC goes bankrupt but you've also protected your money as well. So that is the best way to play it, and probably the most likely outcome is that SBC survives. They've got their monthly flights now. They seem like they've got their strategy moving forward. They've had successful flights, and it might seem like the economy's turning around and interest rates, inflation is coming down. So you probably will get that scenario where you've made money scalping and you've made money because SBC survives. So that's what we're looking for. But worst case, you're scalping it, and the company goes to zero, you've protected your funds. So that's how I'll be playing SBC. That seems like the way you're doing it is a sensible way, in my opinion. Obviously, everyone should do their own research and see what best fits them. We can't give financial advice. Every person's financial situation is different, debts, etc. So this is what works for us. It might not work for you. But yeah, that's what I would do. SBC, I do think probably if we don't see some bullish news on Wednesday, it can come down lower, but we're prepared for that. 150. I can see $1. I can even see. I won't be so bullish if SBC goes under $1, but I do think we will hold that.
No, I have
dollar
said,
level.
I have said countless times, if Virgin Galactic goes under $1, then all cards are off the table. Then it becomes a bit of a cattle market and a survival situation. And I'm not looking to buy stocks that need to reverse split, because if it holds below $1 for a period of time, a few weeks, it's going to have to be reviewed by the SEC. And then we're going to have to talk about reverse splits. And reverse splits at a time when it's still trying to dilute, that then moves into a whole different can of worms and looks as a junk stock then. There's nothing great about buying. I mean, it's a penny. People need to remember, anything under $5 is a penny stock, but under $1, it's a junk stock. I don't like it at all down there. That doesn't pose value. That doesn't pose opportunity. That pose real problems. And you might have what I call a moon bag. You might go, okay, I'll have a couple of $100 at 15 cents. You know what I mean, or whatever, 20 cents, and I'm prepared to throw $200 down the toilet, or make a bit of money on that and just hold it forever. At that case. But don't suddenly start buying it because you now think it's now it's on sale. This is on sale now. It's on sale now. Under $1, exactly. It's in serious trouble. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have a strategy if that does happen, but for now, our base case is we're probably going to be around $1 to $2, and when we're trying to build a position / scalp it. If it gets under $1, I mean, we have to change our strategy. It will no longer be a long-term buy. We might have some scalp opportunity to make back some of the losses from our long-term holding, but that's something I don't really want to discuss because I don't want to see it there. But we obviously have to keep an open mind. That could happen, and we'll assess it at that point. There's no point thinking about it.
Well,
how we're going to play it now.
Yeah, it will remind me of what happened with Virgin Orbit. At that point, as we all know, we heard from Matthew Brown, who was trying to buy Virgin Orbit. We all remember that period of time. And there was a moment when the stock went all the way down, a few cents, and then there was a little moment when a rescue package was on the table, and it got stopped by Richard Branson. We've discussed that before. But the point is, it had a moment when people got excited and you had a chance to get some of your money out. I mean, you wasn't going to get all your money out at that point unless you just bought a lot, you quadrupled, whatever. At that level and tried to make some money that way, but there was an opportunity, and there will be the same. If Virgin Galactic suddenly finds itself at 80 cents a share, there will be all sorts of rumors about bankruptcy. Then there'll be rumors about saving the company. Then there'll be people coming in, rumors about people buying it out. And like I've mentioned Rocket Lab, even though people say no, it can't happen. Well, I believe it can. From the relationships of people that I speak to, it certainly can. There'll be all these kind of rumors. Now, it might not come off. None of it might come off and it goes bust. However, at that point, there's opportunity for a stock to get a rumor and then rally. And, unlike last time where we sat and waited and hoped it was all going to work out and we lost all our money, didn't we? Well, I did anyway. Then, that'll present you with an opportunity to get out and save some of the money that you've lost. But if that happens, and like Sensei says, we're not hoping or thinking that's going to happen, but if that does, then we're prepared for it. We're aware of it, and we'll know in our minds how we're going to deal with that. And for me, I'll be looking for the rumor to make some profit and get out. And if it then turns out that it gets saved and it goes all the way to $100 and I could have bought it for 40 cents or something ridiculous, then I can start buying in again at $2, $3, $4, $5, $10 even, $20 even. Doesn't matter what the price was or how low you could have bought it. If you buy it at 20, knowing it's now solid and it's going to 100, it's still a 5x. Who the hell cares? But don't just buy it because it's now 30 cents or something like that and think you can, save all your money and become rich on 30 cents. You've got to look at that. And at that point, we will be looking around. Sensei will be looking around, looking at charts. I'll be trying to find people to talk to me and tell me what's going on and rumors and stuff like that. So we need to have that in the back of our mind, because 198 to 98 cents is just $1 away, and it could easily happen. Sensei?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll cross that road when we get to it. As you said, hopefully we don't, but we will be prepared. We're thinking ahead now. As you said, it will remind us of the Virgin Orbit situation. But luckily now we've seen how that played out with Virgin Orbit. So we do know it's a similar, I mean, it's not very similar, but it's a similar situation. So we do know how it will most likely play out. So we are prepared in that sense. We won't make the same mistakes we did last time. We know how to trade it now when it gets to those levels. Obviously, let's hope it doesn't get there. But we, behind the scenes, me and Martyn are starting to strategize where and how we're going to trade it if it gets there. We're prepared for all outcomes. But for now, as I said, base case is under $2. It's undervalued. We've got a long-term portfolio, $2 to $1. We're going to be DCAing in. We're going to have our trade portfolio where we're going to be trading these bounces, and it does come back to, as we've been speaking about Warren Buffett. He does always say, sell when others are greedy and buy when people are fearful. So once we see sentiment change, we've seen the sentiment when we had that one day where we popped up to, I don't know, it was around $5. Everyone was loving it, greedy, wanting to buy more, but that was the time to sell. Right now, I do see a lot of people fearful, but
that's what we did.
Yeah, that is what we did. And right now, I do see people being fearful. I haven't seen a high level of fear where everyone's saying the company's going bankrupt. So let's say we're at 150, we're still not below $1, but we've just dropped, 20% to 150. Everyone who loved Virgin Galactic is now saying this company's going bankrupt, this is terrible, I'm all out. That is a high value area to buy because we're not under that $1 level. We have capitulated a bit. Everyone's fearful. I don't mind upping my DCA value at that point. Let's say that's at 130, 150. If I see sentiment with these Virgin Galactic holders that loved it at $6 but hate it now, that's the time where I think that's a high value area to buy. I'm slightly seeing it now. I'm slightly seeing it at $2, but not fully. So when I see it, let's say at 150, I'm pretty sure if we have a big drop to 150, then I'll probably see it then, and that will be a time where I'll up my DCA value. I'll be trying to sell different assets to then get into Virgin Galactic, and we'll be navigating it that way. But yes, I do think when people are fearful is probably the best time to buy, and when everyone restores their hope, I think I'll be taking some profits off the top, and that's probably the best way to trade this stock.
Absolutely. Well, that's the difference between people who really understand the stock and who just follow the leader, and stuff like that. That people want to buy. I try to understand, and by doing this show and all the information that I get, especially with the comments, I get to see the sentiment of human beings, people, how they react, and what's driving them to buy the stock, where they're getting the information from, how they feel about it. And we've proved this over and over again. 85% don't look at the balance sheet. Most people don't really understand the stock. They just buy it because they've seen it on YouTube. People follow posts on Reddit, all kinds of stuff like that. Like suddenly the belief changes when it goes down, and really, like you just say, it's the time to buy more if the fundamentals have stayed the same. I've got a question here, and I always think of this. Behind everybody's down that camera lens are real people, and I get all kinds of very emotional, very personal stories from people ask me questions who are really having a hard time, and I want to be there for those people. Jack Taylor, who's a guest of the channel, is not a member of our channel, so I can't go deep dive into this, but Jack has just said, I'm an average of 15. Do you think it's worth selling if it hits 5, or is it just a low, or is it just I'm bring up again, or if it just so low, is it worth just holding it? Just a question, not advice. Well, first of all, you're right to say not advice. I can't give financial advice. Wouldn't even want to if I could, because I don't know your situation. I don't know any part of your fundamental or financial strategy or position, so I can't do that. But Jack, just so you know, I've lost about $30,000 with the Virgin brand, Virgin Orbit, Virgin Galactic. I bought it originally at $35, so I know what it feels like to be down. I'm down a lot on the stock. Anyone who's bought it is down on the stock. I mean, the stock just trends down. I've made money. And it's propped up my portfolio by doing multiple scalp trades, many of them now, must be in the region of 40, 50, somewhere like that. So I've made some money each time, but yeah, I am down overall on Virgin Galactic. Anybody probably is, unless they've shorted the stock, of course, which I never do. Now you're asking me, is it worth selling if it hits 5? Well, the thing is, again, I can't answer that because I don't know your full situation. But first of all, I'd like to just put it to you, why did you buy the stock at 15? Was it because someone said, or it looked cool, or it's the only space related stock you can buy and it sounds sexy and it sounds relatively cheap in your mind? $15 sounded cheap, now $2 sounds cheap. I don't look at stock like that. I don't buy stock. I don't buy shares unless I'm scalping it. I am buying the company, and I'm looking at the balance sheet, the fundamentals. I've got relationships on the ground, people I speak to. I know what's going on. I know who's working there. I know what Michael Colglazier wants to do. I know what Richard Branson wants to do. I've got an understanding for the stock. That doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. It just means I've got an understanding of the stock, right? And I know why I want to own it. I know what I believe the company is capable of doing. Do you have that knowledge? Because if you don't, not only are you not fully equipped with the information that you need, but also you're going to be fearful. You're going to be thinking, oh my God, I'm down, and so on and so forth. No, I used to get fearful. I'm not fearful anymore because I know what I own. And more importantly than that, just because I know what I own, it can still go to zero and get it all wrong. My portfolio is built to be able to survive all of these disappointments, if you like. I've got enough money in other things. Virgin, I've got money in Amazon, I've got money in Apple, I've got money in all kinds of different things. I just bought some Berkshire Hathaway this morning. You know, I've got different interests all over the place. So if Virgin Galactic goes to zero, it's not going to stress me out. I understand that's what can happen, and I'm going to be dealing with that along the way. But if, and also it's important, my financial situation is I've got no debt, no car loan, no mortgage. I know what I can afford. I know what's in here. So, I'm in a very calm state. And the most important thing is to be in a mindset where you are relaxed. Because if you are fearful and stressed, you're always going to make the wrong decision. Statistically, 95% of day traders lose money. Guessing and just going off emotion. The market was designed for that. It's been built like that. It's manipulated by institutions. It's manipulated by the big boys to make you fearful, to make you react this way. You know, when you sell and the stock goes down and the fundamentals are good, the institutions will buy all your cheap stocks. They'll get richer and you'll get poorer. That's how it works. So I don't know your mindset. So I can't honestly say. All I can say is you are seeing what I am actually doing with my actual money. This is my real money, all of my real money. If I share with you my overall portfolio, I don't have any money other than like $5.23 or something stupid like that in the bank. This is my bank account. I use Robinhood to pay my bills from, right? I only earn money on YouTube. This is my income. I'm now putting, as of today, $50 a week in. I was putting in $20 for the last few weeks, and up to the last year and a half, like about $4 a week. So this is, what I am doing. Now, as you can see, my portfolio is at 37,000. My Roth IRA is at 15. And my overall position is at 52. All from $5,000 overall. This is this is my real money. Let me refresh that. It's not showing the right number. That shouldn't be 15,000. There you go, 52. This is my real money. So I'm not telling you something because I'm not doing it, or I'm trying to get you to watch my videos, or I'm trying to promote some sort of narrative, or I'm sponsored by someone, or I'm trying to, whatever. This is what I'm doing with my actual money, what I actually believe. So that doesn't mean to say follow me because he's doing it, and he's been successful. But I don't honestly know is the answer to that question. I hope that's a fair answer. If you want to come back to me, please do. Let me just go down. Holding is in their name. I'm Enoch. Hi, Enoch. Hi, I'm Enoch. Hi. The Queen of Self-Braiding. I'm Enoch. Hello, I'm Enoch. The Queen of Self-Braiding. I'm confused. Somebody hacked into the Queen of Self-Braiding's account. The Queen of Self-Braiding, do you know? Hi, hello, I'm Enoch. Not sure who Enoch is. That's a bit strange, isn't it? The Queen of Self-Braiding, someone's coming in. Anyway, could it somehow miraculously go to 440 feeling? Oh, absolutely it could. There's no there's no doubts about it. That Virgin Galactic could pop up today or next week. No doubt about it. Especially if we get a pause. Now, why is a pause so optimistic for the market? A pause is not a skip. A skip means they don't know. A skip means nothing. We've got no direction. We've got nothing. We're just left with no answer. A skip isn't good. It's better than the rates going up, but it's not actually a direction. It's just nothing. It's neutral, right? If we get a pause, that doesn't mean to say they can't start raising again. It doesn't mean they can't stop dropping them again. What it means is, for the first time since this whole thing started, we've got a sentiment that a pause is indicating that we are saying that we're going to probably hold the rates until we drop them. It might go on for 6 months, 6 years, no one knows. More likely 6 months to 12 months, and then it drops, right? So a pause tells us all that the markets are potentially stabilizing, and we're just going to hold it. Now, holding the rates high is still going to do the same damage and drive the markets and down, hopefully, and cool things down, inflation down by having high rates. But why it's good for Virgin Galactic is they can now budget because their loans and their debt servicing isn't continually increasing with no end in sight. This means, hang on a minute, rates are pausing. Okay, they're not coming down, but at least we know it's not going to go higher. And we've got some stability, and a pause will drive high-risk stocks like Virgin Galactic upward. All right? Jack Taylor, I was 21 years old. I was 21 years old, and it sounded amazing. Was new to investing. It kept going up. Jack Taylor. Thank you for sharing me your age. I'm 54 years of age. I'm a bit older than you. And it sounded amazing. Now, when you say it sounded amazing, what sounded amazing? Did it sound amazing because it's a rocket ship going into space and you're thinking that's the future and, because we all believe the future's in space? Or did it sound amazing because you looked at the balance sheet and, like myself, I've worked for Sir Richard Branson and I've got an idea of where he wants to go and how it can get there? And do you listen into the earnings reports and learn about the financials each time and understand where the stock's going? I think a lot of people bought a lot of stocks because it sounded amazing. And by the sound of what you're saying, it was going up. Sounds like you are in a club of millions, actually, that during COVID got stimulus checks, were at home on Robinhood, buying what looks sexy and rock and roll, and buying things like Virgin Galactic. So I think, am I right? Is that what it was? And there's nothing wrong with that. I did that as well. I made that mistake. Nikunj, how many shares do you have, Jack? Elon Musk responded to Peter Beck's tweet yesterday and wrote, "No kidding. Rocket Lab's progression to reusable rockets. That's certainly a thumbs up from Elon for Rocket Lab's direction. Fantastic. Rocket Lab. Another one of my investments. We often say Rocket Labs. We always mean Rocket Lab. We don't know what, we always do that mistake, but anyway, Rocket Lab. I've got my long-term position. I will add to it, but when Rocket Lab goes up 10 or 12%, because then I'll be up about 2 or 3%. I will sell it, make some profit on my Roth IRA, tax-free, and I will re-enter Virgin Galactic and keep bouncing backwards and forwards. Enoch's her son. Okay. Enoch's Queen's son. Now I know. Thanks, guys. Peter Beck now as Elon taking notice of Rocket Lab. And he's obviously looking over his shoulder at his closest competition. We like it. All right. Let me come back to Sensei for some final words, perhaps. And let's see what Sensei has to add. Sensei, I've still got you on the phone. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I guess to Jack's comment, what was it? I'm an average of 15. Do you think it's worth it? Yeah, so it really depends on at the time how we get to $5. Is it a sudden burst? Is it a 50% move in a week or two? Is it a sudden move up? If it is a sudden move up, then it's probably a good point to take profits. If we've slowly built our way back up, higher lows, higher highs, just slowly building our way back up from these levels, then maybe it's a hold, and you take slight profits. Obviously, I don't know your financial situation. You might need the money then I suggest either get out now if you need the money on other things, or get out when you get a bit more profit. I don't know your financial situation, so we can't answer that exactly. But yeah, it depends how we get to $5. If it's a sudden burst, then I think it might be a good idea to take the profits. If we're slowly building up, then we could probably head higher. It depends where the company is, where the balance sheet is, what the next earnings call is about, which we're constantly looking at. Has dilution taken place? All those factors. It really depends what the situation is when we're at that price. So continue following the channel. I mean, we're constantly giving out as much information as we can, but it's quite hard to say if it hits $5. I mean, it's always great to have targets in mind, and at that point I'm going to sell. At this point I'm going to sell, just to keep your head in check and have goals. But it's also important to see why are we at that price at the time we're at that price, and that could change how you feel about buying or selling or trading at that point in time. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure $4 is probably my level that we're going to hit first. That might be a level to take profits, just purely on a chart basis. But we like to mix charts. My side of things, which is charts, and obviously Martyn, who studies the fundamentals a lot as well. So it really depends on both those things and how they align. When they align perfectly, that's probably gives you a better reason to take those decisions. But yeah, we're looking at all sorts of things, and it really depends why it's at that price at that time.
Yeah, and I think it's important to know as well, though, what essentially is your end goal. Your end goal, you got to know what is it you want to achieve, where you want to get to, and you've also got to look at your overall portfolio, because that's all that really matters. If I look at my overall portfolio year to date this year, you can see I'm up 12%. The S&P's up 17%, and Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway is up 20%. I've just bought some Berkshire Hathaway this morning, and I'm doing quite well on it, so I'm quite happy about that. But you can see I've made 12% this year. If I put the money in the bank, I'd have made 0.5%. So I've done pretty well. Now, I'm not trying to time the market, beat anybody else. I've made some money and I'm happy. That's it. And during all of that, some stocks have gone up, some stocks have lost money, but overall I've made 12%. So I've taken the profit from the things that have made 12%, primarily my S&P investments. I've taken the profit, so that 12% is sitting there now. That S&P isn't going to continue rising because I don't have anything in there other than some individual stocks like Amazon, Apple, which are also in the S&P. And then I bought the dips on stocks that I think are going to come up. So theoretically, if I'm right, and that money is works well for me, then my green line, which is what you're looking at, which is still up 12% or 11.94 right now, which is below the three comparisons, the S&P and Warren Buffett. If my assets like Rocket Lab, Enphase, and Virgin Galactic, Next Era Energy, these are all the things, Palantir, these are all the things that are down that I've been buying. When they turn around, which I think they will, then my green line is suddenly going to come flying past the other two comparisons, and I'm going to overtake. But the point is I made the money from the S&P, and now I'm managing the risk on the way down of the other stock. And at the end of the day, I've made money. I'm up. And that's what's important. I'm not married to any particular stock. I'm not really focused on or worried by what a stock is doing. Because remember, I always look at it as I own the company, not the stock. Remember, the stock price is only the price that people are prepared to spend on it right now. And if the stock is shorted, it goes down. It's as simple as that. It doesn't mean the company aren't flying and being successful and not selling tickets all of a sudden. You did not see Virgin Galactic so low. No, you never have. This is the lowest it's ever been, Jack. We are now at the lowest Virgin Galactic has ever been. This is now all-time lows. So no one has seen it this low before. No one, because it's never existed. But that doesn't mean to say it's worth buying any more now than it was at 15. Like we have said before, I hope this makes sense. If they presented on the earnings a packed out, sold tickets for the next 20 years, and everyone was buying, everyone was loving it, it was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. The potential income was 10 times their expenditure, so their profit would be up, 10-fold, 10x on their capital expenditure. After tax, they were making good profits. Then even if the share price was $10, then you could see it could easily go to $20 because they're earning 10 times earnings, right? Makes sense, right? So buying at 10 is better knowing it's going to 20 than buying it at 196 and not ever knowing if it's ever going to go bust or not. So it doesn't mean to say it's worth buying now just because it's 196. I am buying it for this price, and I'm holding and I'm scalping as well as my long term because I understand the fundamentals of the business. I like what the business is doing, and I understand it's being shorted. I understand the market sentiment. I understand the fact that we've got high interest rates, which is a fear for them. I understand dilution's around the corner. I understand institutions. And I've got people that follow me. I've got people at institutions and on Virgin Galactic that follow me on X, on formerly Twitter, that talk to me, that give me an indication of where the stock's going, and they're waiting to buy in and stuff like that. So I add this all together. It's a part of my portfolio, but it's not my overall portfolio. Sensei's got something. I'm going to come back to him in a second. I'm just going to read this comment from, what did I miss? Sid from the Netherlands says, I've got 1,575 shares at the moment, an average of 272. I'm planning to use the 575 shares to scalp and add from there and hold to 1,000. That makes sense. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Did not see Virgin Galactic so slow. It is the most exciting and amazing ride can dream. If you understand what it is to take paying customers with monthly flights, you should be investing. Customers are waiting 16 to 20 years for the opportunity. The second ship is going to take a long time to produce. Jack, no, it's not. Now, this is important. You're 21 years of age. To you, 2 years away seems like 20. I know. I was 21 once. to me, as a 54-year-old guy, which you will be one day, hopefully, 2 years is nothing. In the investment strategy is nothing. And remember, I sit here up to 10 hours a day every trading day. Every trading day, up to 10 hours a day. I'm going to be here every minute of that journey. Every minute from between now and when the Delta fleet you're talking about come online, I'm going to be here, covering it live, researching it, living through every single moment of that. So 2 years isn't anything. And as an investor, 2 years is a blink of an eye, absolutely nothing. So take a long time to produce. Not at all. That is no time whatsoever. It's a risky journey. It is, but with risk comes a reward as long as you manage your risk. Let me come back to Sensei for some final thoughts because we need to do day trader of the day and we need to wrap up today's show. Sensei, come back to me.
Yeah, I completely agree. 2 years is really not a long time. I mean, it reminds me, obviously Tesla and this company are nothing alike, but within 2 years, Tesla completely turned around their company. I think it was when I was investing in it in sort of 2019, and there was Tesla wasn't profitable. They didn't have the Model Y. They didn't have the Shanghai Gigafactory, but all of that was coming. We could see that was coming. We could see profitability was coming. We could see that the Model 3 was coming down in price, that they were going to produce an SUV, the Model Y, for a very cheap price. We could see that they were going to start building a Gigafactory in China. And over that 2 years, they produced the Model Y, best-selling car now. They became profitable. The only EV company like EVs that are profitable now. So within 2 years, a company can completely change. And that's what happened with Tesla. So within 2 years, so much can change. And Tesla's price went from, 40 to 400 or whatever, 10x or even more probably. But over 2 years, a lot can change. And it is a very short amount of time, but a lot can change within a company. So I agree with Martyn. 2 years might seem long, but it's really a short amount of time and so much can change. But yeah, that were my thoughts of SBC. Me and Martyn are probably going to do a video on it, exactly what we explained now in a shorter form about the $2 to $1 level, below $1. We're going to give our thoughts, probably produce a video on that. But I'm quickly just going to give my thoughts on crypto very, very, very briefly. Just so.
Yes, if I can just introduce this. For those of you who don't know, Sensei takes care of my crypto. Essentially, I'll explain. Sensei came to me. I know we've got a lot of new people listening in who won't know any of this, so I'm going to just briefly mention this. Sensei came to me a year or so ago and he said, do you have any crypto in your portfolio? And I said, I have some Bitcoin. I had some Ethereum at the time. And he says, don't you think it belongs more on your portfolio? And I said, yeah, a couple of percent, really. I see it as a lottery ticket. I can afford to buy a bit of Bitcoin, leave it there 20 years. If it's up, it's up. If it's down, it's down, whatever, okay? And he started to talk to me and educate me in the world of crypto and all the rest of it. And he said, well, what about 5% of your portfolio? Could you see that? And I couldn't see that. And he said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do, because I live and breathe crypto, right? And I said, I haven't got time for it. He says, I do. I study it all the time. He's even got friends who are running some of the projects. So he's on the ground with many of, I like that, Sensei, very good. He just dropped in one of his overlays, one of my subscribes. Can you see if you can do a little like as well? Smash the like. That was quite funny. Anyway, so yeah, brilliant. That's brilliant. Sensei has the same broadcast software as me, and he's obviously got the same. He's got all my overlays, which I gave to him anyway. That's brilliant. So it just made me laugh, the fact you're doing that from another part of the world. Anyway, so I said, okay, all right. So he studies crypto, and I do believe that after a year of talking to Sensei, that crypto does have a place on my portfolio. Some people think more, some people think less, some people are all crypto, some are not. For me, it's 5% now, up from 1%. It's quite considerable, right? And the thing is, in the crypto world, there are so many assets, which ones do you buy? And I haven't got the time. I haven't got the interest either to go through and learn those. I am a stock man. I'm a company man. I'm a, whatever. That's who I am. That's what I believe in, right? So Sensei does all that. He lives and breathes it. He loves it. He goes to the in the events where the projects managers are there and everything else. He's mixing in that circle, right? So he's the right man for me to have on the ground to learn about crypto, right? So he provides a service to me, and I've got $1,000 in Coinbase. We decided that Coinbase was the best place to do it, the most secure place to do it, and in there I buy a selection of assets. And I don't think about what it is I buy. However, you should always do that. But I trust Sensei, right? He says, Martyn, we call it the $1,000 challenge, $1,000 to $10,000. Some of you are on a $7,000 to $100,000 challenge, right? So I put some money in there, $1,000, and I'm up. Even though crypto has had a heck of a dump recently, I'm up 20% at the moment. We was up higher. And Sensei feels, and as we're friends as well, feels a responsibility to me to do the best by me, right? He doesn't want the world to see me fail because it's not a good advert for what he's doing, right? So he's not just buying anything to pump it up and drop it down and all the rest of it, because it will be seen. You'll see my balance go up and down, and I can share it on the screen with you in a second, and you can see exactly what I've got. So what he does, he chooses the right time to buy the right assets. Again, can't guarantee anything, but he does what he feels is right at the time. And he buys those assets. He tells me what to buy, and I buy them. Now, just because I buy them doesn't mean you should, and you should do your own due diligence. But we do have a crypto challenge, which Sensei runs. It's a premium service, which you can have. You can be part of it. If you look below the video, there's my links to Sensei's website and so on, and I'll give it to you in a minute. And there's lots of free services that Sensei will do for you, some free chart analysis, crypto analysis, and so on. But there also is some paid services as well, and the challenge is one of those paid services. And you might say, hey, I like this idea. I want to be on the crypto challenge, and you can be part of it. Now, it's been very successful. But what I like about what Sensei's doing compared to BitBoy, Cryptos R Us, anybody like this, they're there to sell videos. They're there to make money for themselves. Sensei wants me to be successful, which means he wants you to be successful, right? And Sensei is just trying to help me grow my channel and help you. So if you want to be part of that, I'm going to let Sensei explain now his thoughts on where crypto's going, because we haven't been doing any buying recently. There's not been much going on, and some of you might be thinking, there's not much going on. I'm a part of the crypto challenge, and there isn't much going on. What is going on? Well, Sensei is going to now talk to you about it, but it's sometimes the right thing to do nothing. Wait. You can't tell the market where you want it to go. You might have to wait and have patience. And right now, I have got, I think, about $600 of my $1,000 in USDC, earning, I think it's 5% on Coinbase, earning 5% with no risk. It just, of course, there's always some risk to crypto, but that's the safest asset you can really buy, right? It's pegged to the dollar. And it just sits there, and I'm earning money from it. Well, Sensei is waiting for the next move. So before I give you Sensei's website and all the rest of it, and bring you back to Sensei, I'm just going to show you my crypto, where I am on it at the moment. This is my actual portfolio. All right. I can't show you all of the assets I've got because, of course, it is part of Sensei's premium service. And if I showed you, then you wouldn't need his services, right? Well, you would, but you know what I'm saying, right? Now, I put $1,000 in. I also, because I liked one of the purchases he did, which was XRP, I added another 500. I don't know if I've told you this, Sensei, but I've added back the money. That's why I'm up to 1,700. and I've left it in there. So I added back the 500. That's why I've got 500, 606 in fact, in my USDC, earning 5%. So actually, my crypto challenge is $1,200 because the other 500 and whatever, well, $219 profit. The other 500 is me put money back in because I bought some XRP in addition to what Sensei did because I liked what it was doing. So I added some more. Now I need to take that out to make this look correct, but I just left it in a minute. I've just a bit lazy. I haven't taken it off and put it on my ledger where it should be. But just so you know, Sensei, I have brought the $500 back in, and it's sitting there in cash, earning 11%. So we're not just buying willy-nilly stocks, assets all over the place. We're taking our time and doing the right thing. And as you can see below, here are a few of the assets. I can't scroll down because if I do show you them all, I'm defeating the services that Sensei is providing. So here is Sensei's website. There are some free services. If you look here, and I'll give you the link in the chat. There you go. If you use my referral, which is LucasAids, LucAdes, you will get a lifetime discount. I think there's something else as well. I'll let Sensei mention it to you. Let me just scroll down. Here it is. Yes. If you use the code 10K subs, I'm going to put this in the chat for you right now. If you use this code here, all right, to celebrate our 10,000 subscribers, I'll put it in the chat twice so you can see it. 10K subs, you'll get a 7-day trial to his premium services and then 75% off by using that. So fantastic opportunity for you to try it out. But enough from me. I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to crypto whatsoever. So let's not try to pretend I do. Let's go back over to Sensei himself, and he will explain what he's doing with crypto, and maybe if he wants to add a bit more color to what I've just talked about, then he can. So let me just bring Sensei back in. If you want to get rid of your taskbar on the bottom there, Sensei, you're showing your taskbar at the bottom of your screen. But I'll bring you back in again now. Here we go. All right, Sensei, over to you.
Yeah, so thanks for the introduction about that, Martyn, and thank you for bringing the money back to Coinbase. Obviously, Martyn also wants to do his purchases, and Coinbase is probably the best place to do it. So that's why it's not always going to be the challenge, but obviously Martyn wants to do some purchases, so Coinbase is the best place to do it. So that's why it shows 1,700. But yeah, so regarding the Bitcoin and where we are with crypto, I've said it before, but I just want to make sure people understand what I'm feeling at the moment. I do think the year before the halving, it's getting exciting. I'm getting excited again about crypto because we're getting very close. We're, I think, around 6 months away from the Bitcoin halving. There's going to be media coverage. There's going to be people getting back into the crypto world. But we're at the point now where, same with what I was saying earlier, I expect in the next 3 months, we're going to get a pullback, a secondary scare. We normally see it where crypto comes back down. Bitcoin can drop 40, 30, 50%. As we've said, 15,000 is still on the line. We haven't changed our views. We still think that's possible. We still think that's actually fairly likely. That's why we're not making any purchases. You see so many. The reason we're doing this, and I'm on this channel saying this, is because there's so many different channels, the big channels, the Bit Boys, the Cryptos Are Us's, who just keep saying buy, 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 and they're just making their followers lose so much money because we have been coming down. So many altcoins have been coming. Bitcoin is literally the best one right now because you don't see massive drops, but you look at so many different altcoins which they're telling you to buy. They're making all-time lows. If not all-time lows, the lows for the last 3-4 years. And that's what we don't want to be doing. We've actually outperformed every YouTuber, I'd say, a lot of people in the crypto market because we bought XRP. XRP, as you saw Martyn show, is definitely our biggest investment by a lot. And the reason is because XRP is up year to date. It's one of the highest performing assets that are in the top 100 coins. Sure, you can cherry pick some altcoins in the top 100, top 500 that have done bigger gains. But for now, it's not time to be taking on a lot of risk, and we've managed to make a lot of money with quite a good altcoin. There's a lot of coins out there that have no purpose. We will probably trade them at one point when there's a lot of liquidity, because it's about making money. It's not really about let's see what the best coins are. But for now, it's a high risk environment, and we've managed to make money while a lot of YouTubers have been making their followers lose a lot of money. So I'm
sorry to interrupt. I just want to add very quickly. First of all, I just wanted to we had a couple of people come in, and Wade Van Eysen, I learned a lot, got to go. Good luck for the rest of the day. Max H, welcome to you. Just popped in from you're on a break and just want to pop into the Martyn Lucas show. That's really nice. This is important. This is why I jumped in. Nonny315, great show today, guys. Very informative. We need more of this collaboration more often. Nice catch up. This is our plan. There's going to be more of this with me and Sensei. Sensei's been away on holiday, but we are working on a lot more of this together. Just signed on. I want to know about Virgin Galactic, but so yes, there's going to be more of Sensei. But I wanted to add, lost your screen there for a moment. Why the YouTube channels that talk about, different crypto and so on, the big channels, some of the big channels can make about 10 grand a video. So telling you it's great to buy something and it's a video which gets you to watch because you might get rich in 5 minutes, makes the creator 10 grand. They're laughing all the way to the bank because they can get that 10 grand they made from that video and just buy any coin because it doesn't really matter. It's free money, right? I mean, imagine if every day I made 10 grand on this show talking about Virgin Galactic, and every day I went, I don't care what the price of Virgin Galactic is, I'm just going to keep buying 10 grand every day. I'm not really going to lose, am I? So it's free money. So just bear that in mind. We don't operate that way. We're always live because we want to build a foundation and a family more than how to make Martyn Lucas money. It's not about me. I don't think about myself. I think about you. And Sensei is with me right with that philosophy. We're not here, how do I maximize my money and how does Sensei maximize his money? That's not what we're doing here at all. Sensei isn't getting paid to call in and be on this service. He's just like-minded to me. He wants to help me help people. Sensei, back to you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm never going to put information out there just to get clicks, views. Yeah, it's all going to be organic. We'll find followers along the way that want to have a family, so people to talk to, ask questions, and that's why we're here. So yeah, I'm not going to be telling people to buy coins which might go up, might not go down, but it's just not the right time. And just a quick overview, because we're running out of time, is Bitcoin itself. Just to explain to people how Bitcoin operates, 4-year cycles, we're getting to the point where the cycle is going to start again. The year after the peak is a down year. You can see all of here, we've headed down. The year before the halvening, it's half up and half down. We've had the half the year go up. We've traded that well. We had XRP, it popped, it's nice. We didn't get the full returns because the crypto market came down. Not to worry, we still doubled our money. But now we're getting to a point where I do think we're going to come back down. And that's where there's going to be so much opportunity in this market. That's where we're going to have buys coming in. We get one day where we crash. I'm going to be on the Discord telling Martyn, telling the people on the challenge, buy this, buy that. Obviously, that's what I'm going to be doing. And if people want to buy as well, then that's your choice. You can see what I'm doing. A lot of people want to see what I'm doing with my money, and that's why I'm doing it. And I'm going to be saying, I've bought this, I've bought that. Martyn's going to be buying them. So what's is going to happen in the next 3 months is these Bitcoin's going to come down and it's going to take the altcoin market down with it. That's what I believe. I give it a 70-80% likelihood of happening. We are currently below this bull market support band, which is a weekly moving average, 20 and 21 week. We are just retesting it. So I don't believe Bitcoin's going to go any higher than 28,000. We're probably going to start testing that as resistance, come back down to 20,000, and below 20,000 we're going to start looking at buying Bitcoin. At 15,000 we're going to start buying altcoins. I've got a lot of altcoins on my watch list. You look at my watch list on bear market goals; it's full of them. I'm going to be seeing which ones are the best to buy. There are coins on here which I'm confident will make 100x. I'm not going to go into exactly which ones are, but I'm looking at them now. That I'm confident. Let's say someone on the $7,000 to $100,000 challenge from purchasing £1,000 of one altcoin will make £100,000. That's life-changing money. It is risky. It is crypto, but it should be part of everyone's portfolio. Even someone who's big on stocks, big on bonds, they need to dedicate at least 2% of their portfolio. The younger you are, the more the higher risk you want to take. Even if you're older, the more. I'm looking 2, 3, 4 years ahead. Probably in the next 3 years, some of these coins are going to do 100x. The less risky coins are going to do 10x. That's great returns, and I'm constantly looking at it, and I'm getting excited now because we're getting to a point where there is going to be more action on the crypto challenge, where there is going to be more opportunity in the crypto markets. So yeah, it's getting exciting. I'm going to be on top of it. I'm going to be here producing videos here on my Discord, producing videos for my members, looking at all the charts I have, all the resources I have. So yeah, it's getting exciting. I'm very excited to be part of this journey with Martyn on this channel, and I look forward to all the things that are going to come.
Thank you, Sensei, for that. Just got a wonderful comment here, and I attribute, in partnership with Sensei, because you offer some great information today, and people are really enjoying it. Jose, a gold member who pays $30 a month for this channel, has just said, watching Mr. Lucas's Investor Channel to me is way better than watching Bloomberg live all day. I love that. That's got to be the best, the highest compliment I think we've ever had, Sensei. We are better than Bloomberg. Did you know that?
Yeah, that is the goal. We are trying to be the people's channel. We're trying to be there for the everyday investors, the retail investors. Love it. Bloomberg is just full of random. That is the goal. We want to be the best live TV channel. It's not just a YouTube channel. It's great to hear comments like that. Yeah,
that makes it worth. Bloomberg be thinking, hang on a minute. How come this bloke here who sings a few songs is getting people loving his channel? We know more about it than he does. We're a proper business channel. What's going on here? I like that. That makes me smile. And I want to thank Jack Taylor as well, who just said to me that you visited the music channel. I can't thank you enough, guys. The music channel is my home channel, really. And this is what I don't know. Am I best at this? Probably. I don't know. Am I best at this? I don't know. This is my music channel, of course. This is what I'm all about. And thank you for visiting it. The music channel is my soul, really. And over the weekend, we've had some... I put out a brand new video. If you've not yet seen my USA anthem, if you'd like to go and hear an Englishman sing the United States anthem. Eric Clapton's on tour in Canada, so I did some Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven, and Wonderful Tonight. I also did for John Legend. He's renewing his vows, and I introduced it here and did this. Willie Nelson's on tour again, a new album, so I did some Willie Nelson. Beautiful Noise with Neil Diamond. The new musical is out, so I did some Neil Diamond. Check that out. Charlie from the Proclaimers is not well, so I recorded 500 Miles. Tom Jones, his music is banned from rugby matches, so go and check my Tom Jones impression. That's one of my probably one of my best impressions. I'm really proud of that. And we had some more sad news. Billy Miller, who is a star of The Young and Restless, very young man in his 40s, died over the weekend. And I did this for the fans of Billy Miller. So if you want to go and check out my music channel, I will give you the link right now. It's below the homepage of this channel, so you can always find it. And but there it is. I really appreciate those of you that support me. Now I'm trying to get, see how it says here, 5,450. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Not because it makes me money, not because it helps me in any way whatsoever. I want to do more fundraising events where, and I've done lots. You've seen the checks I've raised for charities, lots and lots of money over the years for charities. But when I get 10,000 subscribers, like I have on my investor channel, when I do my fundraiser concerts, all the money goes directly to the charity, a registered charity. It doesn't come to me and then I've got to pay it out. It goes directly to them. You don't pay any credit card fees. You don't pay any taxes. And in fact, you get a tax deduction from donating to song requests on my live shows. And I'm trying to do that. So you don't have to watch, donate, support me in any way whatsoever. But if you would just tap the subscribe button and get me to 10,000 as quickly as possible, I am waiting to do several fundraising events where it'll maximize the benefit for those concerned. So please do consider subscribing to my music channel. All right, Sensei is just there. We're going to end the show. I have to go. I actually have an in-person gig tonight. I've been hired to entertain a bunch of very la-di-da people tonight at a private function in Dallas. The mayor and all the regal people will be there, and they want me to sing a few songs for 20 minutes. So I've got an in-person gig tonight, so I've got to go and do that. So I've got to get ready now, between now and when I come back for the closing bell. Join me back this afternoon. Sensei, thank you for joining me today on the show. Just final words, how people could get involved with your crypto challenge if they want to do that. Just in 1 minute, sum up how they best do that.
Yeah, of course. It's just, if you go on the website, all the details are there. So it's sensei-crypto.com.
Links are below this video as well.
Yeah, the links are always below the description if you ever want to check out. You can always message me on Discord. I'm sure a lot of you are part of my Discord now. It's been part of the challenge. So just feel free to drop me a message, any questions. I see just a quick question there. What are your thoughts on PayPal's potential coin situation? I think it's bullish for the whole market, but I don't really like PayPal that much because they always seem to block accounts and they seem very centralized. It's sort of not really what crypto is about, but I mean, it's good. But their USDC coin, or their US pegged coin is running on Ethereum. It's very expensive. I mean, if you want to send it outside of PayPal, it's going to cost you $60-$70 just to send money across, which is not really what crypto is about. You can send it between different PayPal people, but you can do that with a normal USD coin, US dollars. So it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, so the other thing is the ETF, which will be much bigger news, and we'll be covering that on later shows. But thanks for having me on the show again, Martin. It's great to be back.
It's great to have you back. It's just feels how it's supposed to be, really, doesn't it? We always miss you when you're not here. Anyway, wonderful, Sensei. Thanks for calling in. There's Sensei on the phone. And now any members, if you want to call in, members can call in. You can be live on the show. Just like Sensei, if you want to call in, share something, share links, just phone in to say hi, or you just want to say hello to the world, you are all welcome as members of my channel. Members can do that. Now, we had a member join earlier today. I've not seen him appear yet in Discord, so I can't upgrade your account. Do that, and I can do that. If you want to use that service, you might not want to, or care about it. That's fine. Right, I've got to go. I've got to get ready for the closing bell and get ready for my concert this afternoon. So thank you for all tuning in. Well, thank you to all of those of you that followed me today. Thank you to all my subscribers as well over there on TikTok. Much appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to the day when I'll be able to broadcast from my studio, not my phone looking at a screen. It'll be a lot better. Unfortunately, I can't yet do that, but I'm hoping that the day will come when I'll be able to do that. Anyway, that's good. I think we've answered all the questions. Thanks for your thoughts, Noni, to Sensei. He was the one who answered that question, not me. So that's good. The overall portfolio, we are down. Let's do day trader of the day. Now, I want to buy Virgin Galactic down here. I really, really do. I do absolutely want to buy it down there, but at the moment, I also want to buy ARM at $20. But we're waiting for Palantir to go up about 9% so I can make a small profit to buy that dip. Palantir, my long-term position is there, but this is my Roth position. It's only got to go up, and that's not much. set down 7%. It's not much. Only got to go up to another 10. I'll be 3% up, and I will sell that, use that money to buy the dip. That's my Roth position, pay no taxes. That'd be great. Mullen, I want to get out of that. I'm 91% down. It's a junk stock. I just want to get out of it. Then if I ever did, I'd have $600, but I don't ever think that's going to happen. What else have we got? We've got next. Oh, hang on. Apple's going up as well. Yeah, we heard Warren Buffett's buying more of that. Next era energy. On my Roth, I'm just down 9%. I've got the dividend payout. Again, if I can just get out of that with a 10, 11% profit, then I will. Sorry, 1 or 2% profit, I will. I will hold my main position. Just want to nibble out of my main, of my Roth. End-phase energy, the same thing. I've got 12.5%, nearly 13% to go to get some money out. The other one is Rocket Lab. These are all things that if we just get a slight bounce, which we could get on Wednesday, and which we probably will, I can trim off. There's about $5,000 here worth of tax-free money that I can bring in with maybe out of that $300-400 profit if I get to where I need to be. And then I've got $300 or $400 in addition to my initial investment to buy something on the dip. So that's what we're looking to do. I haven't sold them yet, so we're just waiting. Give it some time. That's it. Let's do day trader of the day. Now, just before I end the show, if we could do a bit of maintenance. Let's bring Mr. Mini-Me on the screen. Let's see if we can do this now and share with you on the screen. Look, we've got 39 watching, 39 likes, 100% like ratio. Now, that's not because I've got 100%. Some people are not watching that were watching at the beginning. But anyway, we've got 39 watching. Let's see if we can get more than 39 likes. Let's see if we can get to 40 likes. Remember, the reason why I ask you to do this is if it's for your benefit, really, to be quite honest. If you tap the up like button, it will show you my content and you'll see more of what I do. That benefits me, of course, also benefits you because you get to see what you want. If you don't like my content, doesn't interest you, tap the down like button. You won't see my content anymore and you'll get what you want to see. It's really about you. You get to see what you want and I get a more engaged audience. There we go. We got 40 likes. 42 watching. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to do that. Appreciate it. All right. It's now time for day trader of the day. I want to thank our rumblers this morning. Let's have a look. Rumblers. What are you saying to me? Ang Salaya says some viewer needs subtitles. Subtitles, okay. Let me see if that's possible with Rumble. During a live show, I don't think there's any way. On YouTube, I have subtitles running all the time, but I don't know how I can turn it on here. But anyway, thank you very much for the suggestion. I will try and find out, is there a way to do that? On YouTube, there is. You can see, there is my captions, look. I've got captions on YouTube, but I don't have captions on, I don't have that option on Rumble, but I will try and find it or trying to find a way to do it for you. Anyway, it's time for day trader of the day. Are you up? Are you down? Are you in? Are you out? Are you left? Are you right? Let's have a quick look, shall we? Okay, so to be up to date and have the best chance of being involved in this part of the show, click the live button. If it's grey, bring it up to date. That brings you within 30 seconds. And then if you click the cog, there, look. You can now come up to playback speed, double time. You can now be within 10 seconds of me speaking live. Right, bring it up to date. That brings you within 30 seconds. And you see that, look? Okay. And now we can do day trader of the day. So I am down 0.68. Down 0.68. Okay. Here come the scores. Let's put a minute on the clock. Let's see who wins today. I'm down 0.68. Fibonacci Blue is down 0.58. Thank you for space. Paris 22, down 2%. Down 0.73. Fibonacci Blue is winning then, down 0.58. Any advances on that? Jose is down 0.9. Sensei is up. Sensei is winning this morning. Buckaroonie. Zach's 8 down 0.92. Looks like Sensei is the winner, up 1.3. Thank you for your honest trade. Give him a thumbs up. Let's play the sound effects. Let's get out of here. Let's roll the credits. Did we have any credits today? Let's have a look. Let's clear the board, roll the credits, and let's see what we had today. All right, stars of our show today. Members, Ty Redman became our latest member. Is Ty still here? Let me have a look. T-H-I. Ty Redman is here. Yes. Hi there. I'll just put hi there. Ty, thank you very much for joining the family today. Really appreciate it. Please take advantage of all your perks and benefits. When it's your birthday for you, or when it's for you, or you can donate it to a family member the day before, the day of, the day after. Celebrate your birthday live on the show. Has everybody opened their newsletter? I sent out newsletters, edition 52. Over the weekend. I think it was I sent it during the week and then I repeated it for those who didn't open it. Make sure if you didn't open the last 4 emails I've sent out, then you'll be unsubscribed from the list. So if you wish to stay involved, please do. Well, you won't be unsubscribed. You'll be archived. You'll be archived, so I will no longer be messaging you. There's no point, as you've never opened one. So look in your junk folders, or you look in your inbox, search Martyn at martynlucas.com, find my emails, open them. It's Martyn at martynlucas.com. You can find that in the About section of this video. Make sure that you've opened the emails. If you only open one, you'll be back on the list. If you don't open any, on the next email that I send out, those that have not opened the last 4 will be archived, because it means you're not opening them. There's absolutely no point. Okay. Nice going, Sensei. Congratulations. I guess crypto's up today, not for long. Sensei is back, and big time. Thanks for your whoops-a-daisy. Thanks for the support, everyone. Really appreciate it. Brilliant. That's it from me. I'm done. I'll see you all back in a bit. Until then, check out my music, the new music today on the music channel. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of your money, your crypto, and each other. Go and look at the new music on the channel. There's a few songs you might enjoy. Until then, bye-bye for now. Take care. See you back in a bit. Bye-bye.